are live from the Revolution here in Washington, D.C. Look at all these wonderful people.
Our next speaker is David Clooney. He's the Executive Director of the Black Economic...
We got a good connection again. We walked away from the monument. We have a really good connection. Walking through the crowds, talking to people, saying what's up, what's up. Look at all these people here.
Joining BEA, David led the state and local government relations team at J.P. Morgan Chase & Company. He's a graduate of Howard University School of Law, where he was editor-in-chief of the Law Review, and the University of Albany State University of New York, and sits on the board of the National Urban League. Please welcome David G. Clooney.
I'm David Clooney. I lead the Black Economic Alliance, a group of black business leaders and allies dedicated to improving work, wages, and wealth for black people. We know
we actually have a good connection again.
The 1963 March on Washington was a march for jobs and freedom. In over 50 years,
You guys get an idea of the atmosphere here.
Has not changed significantly. In fact, by some measures, it's even wider today.
Love all you guys. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for watching.
We're at an inflection point.
Sorry for the bad connection.
400 years, plus 8 minutes and 46 seconds to get here, but there's an increasing...
If any admins are here, if you could tag a post or, you know, pin a post, I guess. If not, no big deal.
Of course, we need to continue to fight for social justice, but we also need to fight for economic justice from our elected leaders and in the business community. We need to fight for better work, wages, and wealth for black people. And skill training and mutual work.
Not as much mutual aid.
Right now, we absolutely have to vote. Congress should pass the Gentlemen for the Rights Act.
Where would you like to go? Take it all in? Yeah, of course.
Take a walk for the crowd, see who all's here.
See what good trouble we can get into.
Some of that necessary trouble.
The necessary trouble, yeah.
To the civil rights giants who marched, bled, and died for us. We owe it to the families of countless black people lost.
Take it all in. Thank you for this. Yeah, no problem. Hello from Cleveland. Hey, what's up, Cleveland?
To help her keep her promise to all of us.
That smells good.
By the demand for justice that's emanating from every corner of America right now. We have to continue this march on every platform we have. In the streets, in the halls of Congress, in the corporate boardrooms, and with our vote. So we can find
Necessary trouble, that's right.
and economic justice. Thank you.
A lot of people here. Good to see you out there. Have fun. Stay safe. Thank you. Good morning. Love you. Love you too.
On the stage is Portia Taylor.
I love all of y'all.
She's a brand builder, music lover, sport bike rider. Portia Taylor is the founder of Black Girls Ride, a magazine and community originally launched
Antifa.
for women of color who ride.
We got Antifa in the house.
What inspired her to launch Black Girls Ride?
There were a couple black bloc that just walked past us.
Glad to see.
There's, I've seen a few, but not as obviously
Yeah,
as
not
much
many
as.
last night.
Yeah,
And last night they were mostly on the side where we weren't filming, so.
yeah.
But I didn't see them getting into too much trouble.
No, there was no reports of anything. Thank you for sharing. Be safe. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care of a lot of people. Love you too. Love all of you guys. Thanks for watching. Hold on, we lost the spotter. Oh, I see him. Oh no! You good?
Yep. There's a reason why these are my fallback glasses, and it's because they
Fall?
fall all the time, and they're basically indestructible. So
Everybody versus injustice. That was a dope shirt. His shirt said everybody versus injustice. That was a dope shirt. As you can see, there's thousands of people here. Thousands and thousands and thousands.
it's packed all the way around.
I would say probably 20,000. That would be my guess.
Yep, something like that.
I would say about 20,000 so far. And the march isn't even for another hour and a half.
So much.
You fucked... Oh, that is dope. Her side said you fucked with the last generation. I like that. Y'all streams let each other know where you at. Safety first. Yeah, we're connected with like everybody really. So don't worry, we're fine. Be safe, mama. Yeah, thanks, KT. You good?
Yep. I've just been trying to stop with anyone that I ask if I can take a photo.
Yeah.
Let them know where the photo's going.
Hell yeah.
So,
We'll get some viewers that way.
yeah, exactly.
They'll get to see their awesome pictures. Their 22 megapixel picture.
Yep.
At some point, the megapixels don't really matter, right? Like, you can only put so many DPI before it's like indistinguishable. Yeah, we know where all the other streamers are. We actually have a solid connection walking down this way.
Yeah.
I can
Probably
see.
because not everybody's live streaming down here.
Yeah. We're like one of the only live streamers out this way, I guess.
Yeah.
But you get to see the sort of the feel of the crowd at the moment.
Because the thing about a movement is it's not just about the people that are speaking. It's not just about the figureheads of a movement. It's about everyone who's involved.
Yeah.
So that's why we're showing the crowd and walking through and being like, this is everyone who's here. This is what this movement is.
Yeah. You can see we've got everyone here today. I feel sad. Veteran for Truth, he said he can't go march. He had travel all the way there and he just can't make himself go. I could try to message him. Once we're done with this stream, I'll send him a message and see what's up, see if I can help at all. Do you have your phone?
I do. But
Oh, it's dead.
Basically dead.
I was gonna say we should text Eric and see if we can get him to...
Yeah, no, because the last time I turned it on, it was at 3%.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to turn it on again unless I absolutely have to.
Trust the instinct always. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Like, if your instinct is you shouldn't go, then you shouldn't go. If you're depressed or down or you feel something bad's going to happen, then yeah, it's really best to trust your instinct. I mean, I would like to try to reach out to him and offer solidarity. You know. I mean, this thing...
See where it's thinning out back here.
It's thinning out a little bit, but I mean...
There's also a large crowd back down on that side.
Yeah. Seems like most people are heading out towards the stage at the moment.
Yep. Well, I mean, they did just open up that grassy area. Right?
Yeah.
So, that makes sense.
Got some sort of military helicopter. Eric seems to be having lots of personal issues lately. I hope he's okay. Me too.
I mean, kind of makes sense. Live streamer from Portland, yeah?
Yeah, that's the guy with the pole.
Oh, yeah. Okay, got it.
Veteran for Truth.
Yeah.
He changed the name of the thing for a few times. It was like something Delta something, and then it went back. I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
I wish him the best.
Imagine going to the Portland protests as a veteran probably does not help.
Honestly, from my point of view, or like, I guess not point of view, but for, like as a quick personal story, Eric was one of the 2 people who inspired me to come out. I was watching Eric stream one night and I said, you know what? I can't fucking sit here and just watch this. I need to go. So it's thanks to Eric that we're here in DC right now doing this. So I have a lot of respect for him. Then on the first day I came out, I met Gaia, who was one of like the most down-to-earth people ever. one of the coolest people I've ever met.
Ironically for the nickname Gaia.
Ironically for the nickname Gaia. And
well, it's not ironically, but
whatever. But he inspired me to keep coming. So those are two streamers that really inspired me to get out here and do this, and kind of started a whole thing. Like, geez, we got a whole team now.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, I'm finding that I need to trust my gut and not make it down to the March on Washington. Not sure why, but I always trust my instincts. Please stop donations, as I see that I, again, need to reformat the way I'm pushing forward. Let you know things change. Thank you for your peace, love, truth. Kind of what he said. You guys try to help each other. Yeah, I mean, that's what Veteran posted. Gotcha. Two seem too compassionate to others. You two seem so compassionate to others. Oh, I see. Well, I mean, I don't want to make it about whatever, but trans people generally have a lot of compassion for other people, just generally.
Yeah.
So
when you get shit on enough times, you learn to
care
about other people.
Exactly. Crow just said if you get shit on enough times, you learn how to care about people, and that's pretty much kind of where we're at. Nice floor find. Yeah, let's go over to these fountains, though.
Speaking of, if you want a shot of what I just found on the ground.
Yeah, I did. I remember that girl.
I like it. So now we're at the other side of the pond. We actually have a good connection, and y'all can see just how many people are here. Keep in mind, people are social distancing for the most part, so the crowd is really spread thin, but there's just people everywhere.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen a crowd like this. Oh, look at the Greyhound! Oh my God, it's so pretty! Oh!
It's okay. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm good.
Greyhound!
Maybe something worse. Yeah.
They're so pretty! I love Greyhounds. Such a pretty dog. Yeah, they usually are very anxious. They have like their tail behind their legs and they're all like down and stuff.
Yeah, and just kind of shaky.
Yo, there's a good picture. Right from this angle, right here. From this angle.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, thanks for walking directly in front of me. Thank you so much.
Puppy! Exactly. Yes, we think you guys are ours. We've been watching you for a while. I respect your passion, how you respect others. Much love. Appreciate that. Good. I appreciate that call out. Thank you so much. We work really hard to be accessible and easy to talk to, and I really like their armor. Got like the R rating. Where's everybody watching from? Where's everybody watching from? I'm here in DC. We're from Portland, Oregon. It's a beautiful day. I mean, it's a little bit humid in the morning, but it's kind of died out a little bit.
It's still pretty hot, but it's not terrible.
Washington State. Charleston, South Carolina. Tennessee. What's up, Tennessee? Wisconsin. Hey, Wisconsin. Canada. Hey, Canada. Peace and love from Virginia. Okay, right down the street. Kentucky. Portland, Oregon. Hey, what's up, Christy? Back home. Yo, we're gonna be back home back on Monday. We'll be back to Portland. Tampa, Tennessee. Oh, hold on, I missed one. Me too. We rescue greyhounds a lot, and they goofy dog. They learn very fast. Yeah, they're super smart.
Yep.
North California, Cleveland, Ohio, from Maine. We've got pretty much every state here watching us.
Yeah.
Redland, Oregon.
Basically every state in the crowd, so not too surprising.
Do y'all want like an HD photo too?
Because I think this is their mom that's taking the photo. I can see if she wants a photo with them.
Thank you for being out there. I love watching your streams. Thanks for watching. Kentucky. What's up, Kentucky? St. Paul, Wisconsin, BML, Wisconsin.
Would y'all like a photo together?
She's so hot. She's ready. Thank
Y'all
you,
have
though.
a good time, though.
Tucson, Arizona, South Carolina. Dang, you guys are all over the place. All right, all right. Much love.
Want to get a photo of the dog?
The reflecting pool is a little gross. Scotland. Born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. From Portland, Maine. Oh, okay, other Portland. Gotcha. Portland, ME. Word up. Got Crow over there taking pictures. Black Lives Matter. Yeah, Daniel, that's what's up. Black lives do matter. That's why we're here. It shouldn't be a political statement, but it is somehow. Like, it should just be I mean, it's a fact. I don't understand why people look at it so political. Let's go say hi to your states. Respect existence or expect resistance. I like that.
I mean, same.
Can relate.
Yep.
Demand for humanity. Demand for accountability.
Yeah, look at that sign.
And I am a living witness.
Look at this.
Thank you so much.
I did stand up to run against Mr. McDonald. I am a personal witness. And we are ready for this moment.
Hey, Crow, look at this sign. Look at his sign. Good.
Together, there is nothing we can't do. There's no mountain we can't move. There is no root of racism we cannot pull up.
Thank you so much.
So we got to do it right now.
Everyone wants a picture of your sign.
We got to do it now. And I stand here as a young man in the legacy of Zion, Congressman Donald.
Amen. It's a beautiful area. They probably made it yuck so people wouldn't get in it. Even if it doesn't matter to some, I wonder if you think Trump gained or lost momentum in Wisconsin over the resistance. I don't know. It's Delaware. Hold on, we're waiting for a picture here. Hey, hey. We actually got a good connection now. It's true. BML, BML, BML. We got Maryland, that's my home state. New Hampshire. New York. Rhode Island. Yo, here's Kentucky. We got some people from Kentucky. There you go. This is for you. And shit, I lost Crow. Oh, there he is. He's talking to people. Thanks for everyone. I hope you have an amazing. Lived here since 2011-ish. There's hard times like this. Live streams are a lifeline to people. Events there for me. Glad to read that. Thanks for everything. I hope you have an amazing day. All that money spent on Trump's big night, the reflecting pool water is green. Yeah, the reflecting pool looks a little gross. I do not see Crow anywhere. Oh no, I see him. Hold on, let's go. He's chatting with some people. Let's go back before we lose him. I just want to say I love each and every one of you, and I appreciate everybody who's watching. I appreciate everybody who shares. I appreciate everybody who donates. But more than anything, I appreciate that you guys are here watching. It's huge for the movement. You're part of something historical. You're part of something big here. I feel like we're at the ground zero of the revolution right now. Well, Portland in a way is kind of that.
That's very true. You could also make an argument for Kenosha.
Yeah, I mean, now it is, right? Although the shooting kind of stopped it.
That's fair.
I heard that after the shooting, they haven't been doing much anymore.
Yeah. I mean, when you have somebody when you have one of your comrades actually get killed, it kind of...
Yeah, it kind of deflates the... But like a kid, nonetheless, like...
Yeah.
He couldn't even legally own that firearm.
He didn't even drive himself there. His mother did.
So stupid.
Which, like...
Yes, dearie!
He needs to be charged with domestic terrorism, and so does his mother.
Absolutely.
If she does not get charged, I think there should be protests.
It scared a lot of people. Yep, it sure did.
That's
Portland in a big way.
Meant to do.
You want to pin your info? Yeah, Dana, let me quickly do that before we go further. Venmo. Thank you for the reminder. Militant Mom. -- Facebook Pay Crystal Kalishnikov. That's me. For you guys, anybody who doesn't know, I am Crystal Kalishnikov. I am the Militant Mom. This is Crow.
Hello.
Also Militant Mom, journalist. We kind of went with Militant Mom originally just because it was Wall of Moms and it just kind of fit. But like since we've grown and added different contributors, it almost doesn't really work that well anymore. But
You're still our mom.
I'm everybody's mom. A lot of people are like, well, you're not a mom. I mean, my kids think so. So, all right, hold on. And then patreon.com/militant mom. I do not expect anything. Let me say this up front. We are not begging for donations. We're just putting it out there. What would you do? Let them beat you to death? Wait, what? The dude came there with a firearm. They weren't going to fuck with him.
He came from out of state to
Yeah.
defend businesses that he had no connection to.
Yeah.
Defend, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And put himself in that situation.
Yeah.
Like, he was there with a gun that was loaded to actively shoot people.
Yeah. I mean, we're firearm owners, right? Like, we're pro Second Amendment here on this channel. And, like, objectively, that was a really fucking stupid thing to do. Show up to a protest with a AR-15? What the fuck?
Yeah, with a loaded AR-15.
I would never.
Yeah.
I would never. I have an AR. I would never bring it to a fucking protest. Are you kidding me? I mean, unless it was that kind of protest, which it wasn't.
Yeah.
So this is World War II memorial. I mean, I thought it was more substantial than this. We're like
Well,
here.
I mean, the fountain is part of it.
Oh. From sea to shining sea. How are you? Having a good day?
When I look up and think that we marched and created a statistic to slow down police brutality or bring it to a complete end, that's one of the issues that I want to have fully addressed. And it's very important that the statistics state that police brutality has been reduced because of the march today. I'm sure that good revenue shopping is going to induce a good cause working on good revenue still. And I think this is a very productive mode because the president is obviously on our side. We're here in his party. So
That's a good, honest answer. I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Much love.
Can I get a photo here?
can you get a full body?
Yeah, I can get a full body photo.
If you guys ever have any questions for anybody we're talking to, oh, and we're live, by the way. Just should have let you know. I can't see the screen. I do encourage people onto their streamers. It's more difficult than they make it look. Show me some love. Show some love, please. I can't see this screen. We're in the sun right now. I'm so sorry. I can't read any of the comments. Let me move over to the shade real quick so I can see some comments here. Here we go. Hold up. Sorry, I can't. My phone is like overheating. It's like hot as hell. All right, let's see here. Let's go back up. I do encourage people to tip their streamers. It is more difficult than they make it look. Show some love, please. Hey, Dana, appreciate that. The shooter was not there to protest. He did what he came to do. Pamela, 100% true. Protesters came from out of state too, soy boy. What? Obviously, but none of them shut up with fucking firearms, you dunce. What the fuck kind of out of touch? What the hell? You guys are so, like, bought into your ideology. It's making you stupid. It's making you actually stupid. Come up here saying, oh, well, protesters came from out. Nobody shut up with a gun like he did, okay? Nobody shut up with the intent to shoot people like he did. That's intent.
What?
Oh, somebody said, oh, protesters showed up from out of state also.
I mean...
Yes.
Yeah?
But nobody showed up with a gun.
Yeah, nobody showed up to do harm.
So,
obviously.
So stupid.
Like, if you're gonna make an argument, make it actually make sense.
Yeah, make an actual argument, not like just like spew just stupid comments. Stupid comments.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know me, I'll let you know. Logic and reasoning seem to be disappearing. Unfortunately, they are.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, other people showed up from out of state, so he's in the clear. Like, come on, use your brain. Like, come on.
Crossing state lines with a firearm with the intent to harm people is a terrorist action.
He was 17,
Yeah.
which is illegal to have the firearm.
Mm-hmm.
He crossed state lines with it.
Mm-hmm.
He fired it in public spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the list goes on and on.
Yeah, I don't even know the specific gun laws in that city, but I'm sure he probably broke those by having a loaded AR out.
No, not there, unfortunately.
Okay.
I looked into that.
Okay, thank you for looking into that.
They have open carry sort of thing there, which is why the police didn't arrest him as he was running by them. The trolls have zero argument, only hate. That is 100% true. They just come in here saying stupid stuff, and then they think they're like being edgy or cool or whatever, but really they just make themselves look stupid. That's like the long and short of it.
Yep.
Stupid ass comments, dude. The vast majority of you guys, all right, let me be clear. The vast majority of you guys, nothing but love. I love each and every one of you, even the trolls. Because you know what? You're helping the movement. Whether or not you think you are, you are. Whether or not you think you are, you are. You're commenting and posting on things. Oh, wow, look at all these people over here, too.
Wow, yeah.
Jeez.
I wonder if they marched in from a different area of the city.
That's at least as many as are out here. So that's what, like 50,000, I would say.
Yeah. Well, we definitely have a lot of numbers.
We probably are going to break 100,000, very easily. Yo, if we get up to 1 million...
Yeah.
I wonder how many people have registered. But I mean, look at this.
I mean, eventually we'll get all the numbers.
That's the line to get in.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. And then there's a bunch of people over there. I'm sorry, we're in the sun. I can't read comments at the moment. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be rude. Doing our best with what we got. And hey, back to that comment about tipping streamers. Like, we don't expect or want anything. We're just here to record and show what we see and the truth that people have to say. We're going to talk to everyone we can.
But if you feel like it and you want to offset the cost of the trip,
Yeah.
we appreciate it.
We appreciate it, but it's not expected. So while I appreciate your sentiment that people should do that, at the same time, I'm not
How we're making money.
Yeah, it's not how we're making money. Like, we have jobs, like, we're broke as hell, but like, it's fine. Like, we're not in trouble.
Last broke trans people, which
Yeah.
that's the reality, but like, this isn't meant to make us money. This isn't something that we're looking to profit off of.
Like, you know who you really should tip is like your waiters and waitresses. That's who you should be tipping.
Yeah. Or donate to bailout funds for your local area.
Yeah, donate to bailout funds. Any of your local organizations.
Yeah.
You can donate to them also.
Group and see how you can help out.
Mutual aid is definitely, like, we use mutual aid all the time.
Yeah.
If you really want to make a difference to on the ground near you, donate to mutual aid. Buy a case of water and just stand out there and give it out. Like, honestly, that's one of the very best things you can do.
Especially if your city doesn't have a large mutual aid network.
Yeah, like DC, for instance.
Yep.
If there were more people here just walking around giving out water, like, the whole thing would be, or snacks. Yeah, exactly. The whole thing would just be much, much better. So really, if you want to think about it from my perspective, from our perspective as people on the ground, as journalists on the ground, it's those mutual aid people that really do the work. All right, we can read comments again. Going to donate. Hey, if you want to, you got the links. We greatly appreciate it. Our plane ticket was bought by a viewer, by Stompy. Stompy is the truth. All are hugely important. Dana, I do agree with that. All roles, all people, obviously, yes, very true. I guess what we're saying is just from our perspective here on the ground, it's the people that are giving out the water that are like the actual heroes, because like they're keeping everybody moving, right? But you know what? Everyone is a hero in a revolution, right? There's no individual. I mean, we're all here for each other. There's nothing but love out here. There was a little bit of a thing last night where a streamer got in trouble. Very unfortunate. You know, you don't like to see that happen. Other than that isolated incident, everything here has been nothing but love. You're being humble, I get it. Me too, Crystal. I was freaking out. Freaking most graphic thing I ever saw. Rick Shaw says losers. Linda Sarsour moved to Kentucky to help with Breonna Taylor case. She organized Women's March after Trump's election. Expect big stuff coming from Kentucky. I'm excited. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. I watched it unfold live. I pray the trolls don't have children to teach their hate to. That dude's arm spilling blood. Yeah, that was rough. I'm sorry, we're waiting for Crow. That's why we've posted up here. Well, wait until the war starts. I mean, I personally am ready for Boog. So, I'm a bit of a prepper. So, I mean, if it comes, we're ready in Oregon. I can't speak for everyone in the country, but Oregon is prepared. I personally hope that nothing like that ever happens. Like, who in their right mind would want civil war with their brethren? Nobody wants that, unless you're a sociopath. But it's good to be prepared. It's good to be prepared for every outcome. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, you are naive to think it's nothing but love. Do you not watch other live videos? Amber, I've been out here in protest every single day for months and months. I said, and I will repeat verbatim, out here, there is nothing but love other than a couple isolated incidents. That is a fact. The camaraderie, the love between people, everything here. I can walk up to any of these people and ask for anything. They'll point me in the right direction. They'll be polite. They'll say nice things, you know. It's awesome, you guys. Thank you, Militant Mom. Thank you. I am a mom, and my daughter is very loving. She marched with Trey and helped Rosa, and she believed in Black Lives Matter until they start burning the city down.
Hey, want to go do an interview with the guy that I was just talking to? He's
sure.
super, super cool. So
all right.
Are
you going to interview him? I'll record.
Yeah,
I'll be the camera person. I'll interject questions. If you guys need to think questions up for this guy, let me know any questions for this guy, and we're going to let you know, okay? We're going to ask him any of your guys' questions. So get him on the docket. Let's go. Hi, I'm Crystal. Nice to meet you. You're live on the internet right now.
So we started off our conversation about
Do we want to go over some of those people real quick?
Yeah, you look at this church. Take a glance at it. These are the true old school. You see the great Dick Gregory, who's up on there. You see Joseph Park. I think Dorothy Landis is on there. Dorothy Heights is on there. You look at all the people who fought for justice and equality for all. I think a lot of times when people talk about justice and equality, that includes all people of color, women. Most people realize that the Quakers was the first group that came to rescue African Americans in the early 1800s. Most people don't know that. And you look at this thing right here, it's for gay people, heterosexual. The sex does not matter, and what has been distorted for so long. But when Dr. King was marched in 63, there was gay people within that march.
Yep.
Jews and Gentiles. So some of the churches to me have made that if you're gay, you're wrong. But God don't care about your race, creed, or color. He cares about your heart. And that's what we have to distort this out, because today young people don't really go to church.
Yep.
They don't really do that.
Yeah.
We've been put down, and the church is supposed to save us. So what the church doing today to help the people?
Yep.
The ministers are getting bigger paychecks, and all these evangelicals are super rich. What are they doing? So my whole thing, like I was saying to you earlier, the Democrats have been controlling the minority for a long time. All this time they come out now, you vote for this, vote for that. When you get in, what are you going to do? You're going to take jobs? What are you going to do? Now, one of the things I can disagree with, I don't really disagree in defunding the police. I do disagree in trying to let the police sit down because they got a strong union. Because when something happens, you got to call the police. If you ought to have something, if you don't, you're going to end off. So I disagree with that point, but I agree with everything else. So my whole thing is this, so we're down here now, and we're going to see in November. Because as I was saying earlier, when Nelson Mandela ran for president, there was a gentleman named Joe Gordon who went on to see the process, and the people stood in line for 3 days and 3 nights. When they had to go to the bathroom, they came out, came back here, and it rained. But so when the weather's bad, Democrats don't really come out. See, we all look at the weather. We don't get our cow messed up. We don't get our Georgia seeds messed up. But this is the time. And when they get it, Joe Biden and the Democrats going to have to step up all these promises. We're tired of the promises. And we no more will get we shall overcome. No more dog sicking fire holes. We're tired of we shall overcome. We want action. We want jobs. We want equality for women. We want social justice. We want people, if you're gay, so what? Forget about all that stuff like that. We want people to be people. So we all cut our blood, our lives, it's all red. So we got to come together as people. You see, one love.
Yeah.
The great Bob Marley.
Oh, yes.
Way back then, he was way ahead of everybody. One love, one people. So once we can get that across, and our young kids, black and white and brown, we got to start genocide to each other. That's we run and block. We don't run a damn thing. We got to get out of here and run to the next. Once we can do that, we will be fine. But we're going to see now, we're going to see what they're going to do. But I'm holding our Democratic people accountable. You got to vote, you're going to get in, what are you going to do?
Yep.
No more talking. Let's do some action. That's all I got to say about it.
Exactly. Thank you so much for talking to us. Oh, I guess COVID, you know.
Thank you so much, too.
Yeah.
So you say what? I go on what to see this interview?
So
Militantmom.
Militantmom?
Yep.
M-O-M?
Yep.
I'm not the savvy, so I'll figure it out. I'll find somebody who knows how to do it.
All right.
Yeah, we're from Portland, Oregon.
Oh, I was telling the gentleman, Portland don't play.
No,
No, we really don't.
we do not play.
Portland right now, they ain't stopping.
No.
So what can stop them?
No.
Port-
It's going to stop until they actually change things, and that's the
Maybe
reality.
like stop them. No,
Yeah.
What can stop them? Because they ain't playing. I have never seen a group this dedicated. Now, I think some of the people come there to loot and have a coup, but that's only a small chance.
Yeah.
In any movement, there's always people come.
Yeah,
there
there's always somebody who
try to
pollutes
make
the movement.
Going to do that.
Yeah.
But as a whole, Portland ain't playing. I mean, what is it, 5 months?
Yeah, we're so on September 4th, if my count's right, we'll be at 100 days of protest straight.
They don't pay.
No, not at all. And we've had rainy days, we've had
Yeah, the
sunny,
rain has been
hot
kind of
days.
nice, gotta say.
Not when you've got glasses, it's not.
Well, fair.
But I love, what I truly love is that I love the equality and the people coming together. For so long,
Oh, what's going on over there?
for so long, government has kept people divided. And I know some people might want to like it. Sometimes the church has been. So those evangelicals, they are staunch Trump supporters. They got money and power. God do not care about race, religion, or color. God is God.
Yeah.
If you believe in God. Now you don't have to believe in God.
Yeah.
But those believe in God, He don't care if you're Christian, Muslim, Hindu. He don't care about that. That's what separates everybody. It's the church and religion. Religion, that's what group that control people. That's what religion does. So when we can, I love our young people, we figure this thing out. No more lying.
Yeah.
Stop telling me about this book and that book. A book is a book. An oath is an oath. People lie behind it. They just tell the thing. Do you take this oath? Yes, I do. Take behind it.
Yep. Yep.
That's all. Your word should be what you're supposed to say.
Yep.
You got some woke takes. I like
Yeah.
that. I like your takes.
Yes, I mean, because I am what we call, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been 69 something. And people, look at people, diversified people out there.
Yeah.
They always want to divide us. And the main thing, they want to lock up black skin people and brown skin people.
Yep.
And once you can get them to fight against each other, then you divide them.
Yep.
But they're good white people. Because Dr. King said he's a great. He's a great Jim Brown. No movement has ever dealt with one race of people. They got to be a mixture of people.
Yeah.
They got to be a mixture of people. That's why this thing is so successful. Because it's a mixture.
Yep.
Them old days are gone. Ain't no one who could believe your old time. No one hitting on the head. No one put no fire holes. Them days are done. This generation right here, woo!
We're out here to be active and fighting, that's for sure.
It's a deal fight. I'm on your side. I want
yeah.
to walk back to a rock. But you know what? It's all over the world. It's so conjunction. All over the world. Because I look at this president, if you built a wall, but yet Ronald Reagan tore down the wall over in Germany. So why you can't tear this wall down? Why do you have a wall? The Latinos, Native American Indians was the one that just pushed them.
Yeah.
They pushed them back to Mexico, to El Salvador, Nicaragua, Honduras. Mexico, California was Mexico.
Yeah.
Texas was Mexico. Alabama, all the Gulf states.
Yeah.
And then you try to say you're going to send them back. Send them back where?
Yeah. And you have entire native nations where they're quite literally cut in half by the border of Mexico and the United States.
Right there, most people on the top. It's on American Indian reservation. The doves, the doggers, and the COVID-19. That's on the biggest part, but they don't even show that in the news. They don't even show that. If you just look at the history, they're killing Native American Indians. See, the Native American Indians didn't have books. They told stories.
Yep. No, our history is oral history.
Right. Their ancestors are dying. They're older. They got drugs. They don't have clean water.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. They're trying to take the land back and tell people what's going on. So I again want to say, if the Democrats get in, are you going to go and help the Native Americans? Why are you still on a reservation?
Yeah. Well,
That don't make any sense. So, you know, I can probably talk all day about this kind of stuff because I've been around, I know the thing, I know what's going on. Like Bob Marley said, you can fool the people sometimes, but you cannot fool them all the time.
you spend enough time seeing what's
One
going
love.
on. Yep.
That's it. The great Bob Marley.
Yep.
He was radical.
Yeah.
His music.
No, he inspired so many people. Like, some of my favorite artists today quote Bob Marley as their greatest inspiration. Like,
Well, John Lennon was all about it. He broke up from the Beatles because he started going another way.
yep.
Paul McCartney didn't like that. See, when you go through change, people have a hard time. People have a hard time to face change. They want everything to stay the same way. Everything must and will change. And this new generation right now, I love it. I love what they're doing. I love it. It's all across the whole world. People are tired of people pushing them to the brink. And the big ones supporting that to protect it.
Yep.
I have to say, why you gotta pay tithes?
And you know, the worst part is churches used to be the place where community and these sorts of actions organized, and that's where movement happened. And now it's something that holds people back and tells them, no, what's happening now is fine. We can work with this. We can work slowly.
It's a business. You know, what they do, husbands, married women, and they both can get profit from the church. But Christ never said about money.
No.
Nothing in the Bible. You know, never say that. But then the church is starting to call it money. But the biggest thing, women been kept out the Bible for a long time. Women been kept out of social justice for a long time. So women get the part. Let's say they get put in the house. When he died and was getting killed, did they call for bondage? No. Did they call for Hindus? Did they call for no religious leaders? They called for his mother.
Yeah.
That's why this thing is so big, people. Everybody can identify the greatest person right is the mother.
Yeah.
Why they call Earth Mother Earth? You know why? She's always pregnant.
Yeah. That's where life springs from.
You can't call Father Earth when nobody's born. And you look at Christ on a real cross, he looked down at his mother before he died. He looked at his mother. We all know that this one mama, they took the woman straight out the Bible. She was never before them. They blamed everything on Eve.
Yep.
That's the story. So Eve caused all this problem. Thank God for Eve. So who was these men here? Thank you, Eve.
Yeah.
Thanks for Eve for good and truth.
Yeah.
Thank you. The concept beat women down even to the religious part. And some women still believe that.
Yep.
Men are going to stop as they go.
Yep.
I love this thing right now. I love that we got a vice president female. Because Joe Biden is old, and sometimes the women, it's time for the women movement. I'm all supportive of that. I'm all supportive of the women movement. I'm supportive of equality. You know, it's not about people. It's about the equality of human life. There's no one of these people is better than anybody else. We need to come together as a group. To fix this thing. This COVID-19 is now who you are. So we got to really, truly come together as a group of people. And I love what you guys are doing. I love it. Remind me of back in the 60s. We had a few people doing this. But some people are afraid. But your guys not afraid. I'm not on Facebook, but I will say social media and take this thing to another level.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's a great way to organize and to connect with like-minded
people. Worldwide.
Yep.
You see it over there in every country.
Yep.
People are tired of the people of punishing them, taking their money and taxes. Look at Greece.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
All these countries. And we don't watch what this country do. They steal money, they want to tax Social Security. So they tell you guys right now, we don't Social Security. Invest your money. So now you put the money in 401, then 401 fill your damn money, then what you got?
Yep, exactly.
Know what I'm doing? I'm spending my damn money. Shit.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
No. We've cursed enough on this stream, you're fine.
You should see the stream we got.
All I'm doing, but you guys are young, save some money. Me, I'm older. I spend a lot of state trip, and I'm gone. I don't know where the hell I'm going at. Yeah. I know my ass will be here. I don't know about heaven. I don't know if there's a heaven or not. I don't want to report somebody's mind. I don't know anybody came back to them for better place. If somebody I know come back and say, leave, I'm leaving right now. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. We don't know. I think when we're gone, we're gone. Yep. I don't know there's anything. I don't know. They say if you forgive people, tell that to the Jews. You tell that to the Jews, hit the killer of them. Jews don't forgive. No. So you tell me, people say, if you act bad, and at the end, you confess your sin to Jesus Christ, you want to heaven.
I agree.
Yeah. No.
I agree.
So you tell me people can do the stuff they want to do and kill people, rape, trees, do all those wrong fucking things they can do. And you tell me at the end that I believe Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, that I'm forgiven. Hell, you fucking know.
I think the same is true for people who are good their whole lives, but don't necessarily. I think God can see that, right?
So what's you still good? What's you still good? John Lewis said the same one thing. Say, I was in bad Trump has these bad things. What's different from bad? Overeating, sex, drugs. What's bad?
Right.
It's all the children called bad.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
So the definition of bad, he said, I always got into bad trouble. And so Dr. King and Rosa Parks, they got me going through bad trouble. Protest not bad. Despite protest, all the great people, Gandhi, took England out. Said, you're not going to do it no more.
Yeah.
You can stop breaking this country. All these great leaders, women, most of these say something. They said, they made me a statement, say, I've never heard the presence of Jesus Christ. They said, you never heard it. They never talked to him. But people say, God talked to them.
Yeah.
I thought God really did.
No.
They say, God, you was high or drunk or something. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
You're good.
Go ahead, God. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries.
Thanks for chatting. What's your
Thank
name?
you for talking.
TW.
TW?
Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
Likewise.
It was wonderful meeting you. Thank you so much.
Stay safe. Militant Mom.
Yep.
You guys stay safe, Tim.
We will. Yeah. We do our best. That's for sure. Yeah. Thank you.
Stay safe. That was dope.
Yeah.
People were saying they couldn't hear him. So basically what he was saying, and I didn't want to just, I didn't want to be disrespectful and be like, remove your mask. He was basically saying, more or less, that, he said a lot. Okay. Okay.
Can I get a photo? Yeah. Perfect. Thank you so much, guys. Cool. And we don't want the
he was saying like all kinds of stuff, but pretty much everything we've been saying is protesting has been done by all the world's best known people have protested. He was saying that we're all one love, we're all one people. He was saying that if you're bad your whole life and then you quote unquote accept Jesus in your heart at the very end, like you're gonna go to heaven, that's bullshit. Like you need to be good to people your whole life. You need to live by example. I mean, he was saying all sorts of really woke things.
Yeah.
I really like his takes.
About how churches used to be the locus of organizing for protests.
Yeah.
Now they just serve as another means to divide people because they've gotten so invested in the money and the funding and the tithing and all of that.
Yep, 100%. He had some woke takes, you guys.
And that was why I came over and was like, hey, come interview this guy.
When we get back, I'm going to boost the volume on that and post that one separately.
Yes, I think that's a good plan.
Because people couldn't hear him, so we're going to boost the volume. A badge is not a license to kill. All we're asking is to live up to the Constitution. Sorry, guys, I can't see the chat. We got a medical tent here. Got like a medical school bus. It's like it's an EMS bus. It's pretty dope. They blocked the street up here. Here's the park police. So we've seen about, 6 or 7 different bureaus of police here.
Yep. And they've been like scattered all throughout the crowd, not so much at this event, but at the last night's event, they were scattered through the crowd, not in riot gear, not anything like we're used to out in Portland.
Yeah, the police were actually like intermingled in the crowd and stuff. It was interesting.
Yeah, and once the protesters were like, get out of here,
they left.
Grouped up in a circle and then left in a line, which we would never see in Portland.
No, they would have been like, no, fuck you, bomb.
Yeah, no, like
drop the tear gas.
They would have had somebody in the center shooting off tear gas, and the other ones all with fucking billy clubs beating the shit out of everyone. That's Portland.
Yeah.
That's Portland PD.
Yeah, but here in Washington, they're actually kind of respectful. It's sort of weird. They're respectful of the protesters. I don't know about
actual like in the streets.
Yeah, it's probably a different story. Let's be real here.
Yeah, no, like I'm sure they've had a talk about. You're under a lot of scrutiny here. They're being filmed constantly. Don't screw up.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so we're on a mission to find something specific. We have a little bit of time before the march, so we're getting our chores done before the march.
Taking a break, getting some food, doing all that thing.
Here's a Cash App. Love Black Peace. Oh, look, paperweights. Paperweights. So here's like free signs. Oh, you got me hopeful. Those bags are normally something different in Oregon.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this guy. Nope.
You know that'd be shut down real quick.
Oh, yeah. Prosecute cops responsible for police brutality. Socialist Workers Party. Socialist Workers Party out here.
Can I get a photo of your booth?
What's that?
Would you like to get a copy of the or subscription to the paper?
That's the Militant. My tag is Militant Mom.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm good. I mean, we're from Oregon, so.
That's fine. We have our party is also in Seattle.
Okay.
And we have an office in Seattle.
Okay.
But you could get a subscription for $5. It goes anywhere. It actually goes internationally. If you're interested in.
What's the website? It's on my.
The Militant.com.
Themilitant.com.
All right.
How about that?
Nice.
That's so funny. There you go. Yeah, I'll let them know.
Okay.
Thank you. A working class newspaper, themilitant.com. How about that? From Militant Mom. No, not from me. I mean, on Militant Mom is what I mean to say. I love all these heads.
French Creek. I got children's sizes just in case you guys were wondering. I got a few children's sizes left.
Word.
Cash App and Venmo. Cash App and Venmo.
We do have a little Venmo cash. We could support one of these guys if we wanted to. It's a lot of Biden-Harris stuff.
I mean, like I said, we are in the home of electoralism.
Yeah. For those who visit the stream often, you know we're not big fans of Democrats.
No.
Mostly because they don't do anything
Yeah.
except perpetuate this system that's killing everybody.
Yep. And we also have the fortunate fact that we live in Oregon, so
True.
it's always going to go blue no matter how we vote.
True.
So we can vote for the parties that actually support our ideals instead of the Democratic Party.
Look at all these beautiful people. Exactly. All these wonderful, beautiful people out here today.
You got them? You got, yay! Yay!
My shoulder still hurts from getting tackled.
Oh, sorry to hear that. I like her umbrella.
For what?
Black and red.
Oh, yeah.
No justice, no peace.
Fuck these racist ass police.
I guess we're going to 7-Eleven.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
I'm not sure where else to go.
Yeah.
And we're kind of already halfway there.
Yeah. We can do that thing, get things figured out, and then head back over in time to catch the march.
Yeah. And then we'll live stream the march for y'all. Do you have a water that I could have?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Soon. Soon.
Good shit.
It's funny how some of these vendors are selling water, whereas others are just literally giving it away.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about being at the early part of the crowd. No one knows that people are just giving it away for free.
Sorry I'm not interacting with the crowd. We're walking up a hill and it's bright, so I can't really see the screen. I normally like to interact with the audience, but it's not realistic at the moment. I want to find a trans pride flag that says Black Trans Lives Matter.
That'd be great.
Put it on my wall of things.
Protest things.
My wall of things. I was up all night with Nitty and a nap, but don't want to miss the march. Don't worry, we're not going to miss the march. It is currently 4. We have a half hour before the march.
Yep, so we're doing our last minute get lunch, get things sorted.
Yeah.
And we'll be back out here doing the thing.
Yep, we're just getting ourselves situated for the march. It's back behind us. Don't worry, we're not going to miss it. Fuck Trump. Hold up.
Dismantling systems of lies. You have your own power. You are your own power structure. Stop voting because they want you to vote. They want you to do it, but nothing ever changes.
Oh, I like this lady.
We're going to stick here for a minute.
They beg you because you have the power right where you are. And all we do is play the pawn, play the puppet, vote, and then we're left in the cold. That's why structures are against us. That's why people are against people of color and people and non-minority people who are for people of color. Because we have to create our own power. We got to know our own amazing. We have to know our own grace and goodness and brand. You have to build your own structure. Stop begging for what is already in you. We are racism is. Go to your community. Find out what's going on in your community. Stop asking the governments and create your own government. 400 years. I mean, how many more marches? Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. You are the change right where you are. We are racism is. Come on, I'm going to give you a flyer, get some stats,
Thank you so much.
some stuff.
Thank you.
Here we are. We're not playing.
Thank you.
Come through and see. Because see, this is the thing. I'm not trying to sell snake oil. This is what I do for a living for real. I've taught in these structures of education, and babies are broken. I've taught in Chicago. I'm from LA. The hood's in LA. I'm from California. I know about that. I've taught in New York. I've taught in Baltimore. I am a living testament to what they do to our babies. North Carolina,
Oh, yeah,
Charlotte,
North Carolina.
you know, all that. I am a living testament to what they truthfully do, but they hide. Did you know that they give a stipend to parents if they keep their children in special ed? They give a monetary stipend to parents if they keep their children in special education. They want you dumbed down. Did you know that there are for-profit prisons built to every third grade African-American male born? Do they want us to be powerful? No. We are racism is.
Amen.
Amen.
Praise the Lord.
Damn.
Thank you so much for speaking.
Stay safe.
Go online to find out some facts. Real talk. I live it. I do it. This is stats.
Yep.
All statistical information.
Yep.
And they don't want to talk numbers because when they talk numbers, they have to talk truth.
Yep.
They don't want to talk truth because they want us to evolve in these sewage systems. They want to lie
Yep.
to us. They want us to play the pawn. You run to us for votes, but then we're left out in the cold later.
Exactly.
Yup.
It's time to change
Exactly.
that. Marching for 800 years. Where are we
fights been
still?
happening
Where are we
since
still?
white people landed on this country.
Come on,
Mm.
man.
Like,
And people need to, all babies need to know history. I had to teach black history to my brown babies, to my black babies, to my Indian babies. I had to teach history to all of them. Come here, baby, let me give you a statistic. So you know, you're a beautiful African American king, right? Did you know that 74% of black males in high school needed a 4th grade reading level? You know why? Because you're brilliant, but they don't want you to learn. It's okay to be smart in school. It's okay. Your friends like, oh, you trying to be, yeah, I want to be because I want to be singled out. You don't want to be like nobody else. You feel me? You know, you are a king, you're beautiful, you're your own essence. You want to be different from everybody else. So you get in there, you get with those schools, and you learn. Right? You can still be part of this, you know, hey, what's up, bruh? But those same bruhs will take you down. You be your own entity, boo. You've been begging too long. You are a king right where you are. You feel me?
you get that education, you learn, and you learn.
Damn.
Listen.
I love that fucking message.
I got a program called It Takes a Village. Where we go everywhere and work with organizations.
If we were powerful, we could fight back against the real enemy, the transnational billionaire class, the rich who influence legislation, the elite. I agree with that.
Yep.
That's the real enemy. It's the 1%.
Yep. The real enemy are the billionaires and millionaires.
It's not Republicans. It's not conservatives. It's not liberals. It's not communists. We're all in this together. And yeah, her message was fucking powerful.
Yeah, no, she was right on the money.
She really was. She was like, they want you to vote. I was like, oh, we're staying here.
Yeah, we're waiting for a minute here.
She's saying exactly what we've been saying this whole time.
Yep.
And there's some woke takes out here, though.
Oh, yeah, I mean, listen, you live life long enough for long enough.
Yeah, you
You're
kind
gonna
of.
have some woke takes because you've seen the shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
The same reason why people comment every single time that they want, or not every single time, but a lot of times people comment on how many trans people are out at the Portland protests.
Yeah.
And it's for the same exact reason. Because if you're trans and you didn't transition as a kid and you haven't passed for enough of your life,
And your life was probably shitty.
you've seen the struggle. You've been through it. You know what's going on, and you don't want to see anyone else go through it.
Yep.
And that's the reality.
My mixed race daughter faced this type of issue at school, assuming due to color and wasn't going far in life. Well, guess what? She has a BA and a master's now. Yeah, that is truth right there.
Mm-hmm.
Good on her.
Yeah, congratulations to her.
She's that much stronger for overcoming it.
Yeah.
Fucking props. That's good parenting. That's a good kid. And that's an example for the world.
Yep.
Don't ever let anyone make excuses. You have the power. You can change things. You can make life go anywhere you want. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but just look at Crow and I. We made our own paths.
Yeah.
The government, society be damned.
Yep. The government isn't doing anything to help me right now.
The government wants you dead.
No, all of the support I have right now comes directly from the community.
Yep.
It comes directly from good people that surround me and surround everyone in our Portland community.
Yep.
And that's how so many of us are getting by right now.
Yep.
It's not by the government, it's not by the city, it's not by the county. It's by our communities and by our people.
100%.
And the sooner that we all realize that and stop curtailing ourselves for the government, the better.
The problem is a lot of people are caught up in the identity fight. I talk about this literally every stream.
Yeah.
Hey,
It always comes into the comments and brings it.
there's Black Trans Lives Matter sign. We're like going the opposite way from literally everyone.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's check our time. Okay, we're good.
Cool. Cool.
Gotta go. I'm pretty sick. Wishing mom good day. Love you. Work. Love your commentary. Yeah, strong views, but you're not bringing hate and forcing your views, which I like. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, we're very radical on this channel.
Yeah.
We're perhaps one of the most radical streams. Yeah. I haven't seen anyone even close.
Sorry we don't have any cash on us right now, but y'all have a good day.
We don't hide it. We're upfront with our shit. But I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Like,
it's more disingenuous for us to not acknowledge the fact that we're anarcho-communists. Like,
yeah, exactly. To try to hide that we're ANCOM is a little bit of stretch.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with dreaming for a better world.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And once again, I'm smelling that tear gas smell.
I told you.
Like,
It's up around here.
like it.
This is Pennsylvania Ave too.
Yeah.
So it's like the White House's street.
Yeah.
So we're in Pennsylvania Ave. We can't even go that way.
Yeah, no.
Do not attempt to enter.
Do not attempt to enter. We'll climb the fence. Amazing.
Renwick Gallery. Secret Service. All right, we're almost to our destination. %, ID check. Did she not want to be on social?
Oh no, she was just wondering where it was going to be posted.
Ah.
She's going to check us out.
Word. Hi, random DC person. Welcome to the stream. You are now part of the radical stream. The radical leftists. The anarchists. The communists. Dun, dun, dun!
We are the filthy communists trying to take over the country.
We're trans anarchists.
Yeah.
Like, we're like the definition of what they consider to be all the evil in the world.
Yep. And for me specifically, I am an indigenous trans anarchist.
Yeah, you're an indigenous trans anarchist.
Like, I'm everything they don't want.
Yeah. Pretty much. They want you dead times 3.
Yep, exactly.
They want you dead and then keep shooting you.
Yep.
Yep. They want to kill you with alcoholism.
Yeah, fucking real.
And then as
Or
you're
send me on a fucking death march to another country.
Yeah. 7-Eleven's over here. We're almost there.
That's the other thing that fucks me up the most. The fact that Donald Trump models his presidency after fucking Andrew Jackson, who was arguably the most genocidal president we've ever had.
What's really funny was earlier when he was like Mango Mussolini. Yeah. I was like, I haven't heard that before. All right. I'm going to have Crow hold the stream for a bit once we get up here. Wouldn't the subway have been easier? What? Yeah, because it's all about you. What? You're on our fucking stream. Like, if you don't like it, get the fuck out.
We have been filming speeches and people doing interviews throughout this entire stream. Forgive us for taking a moment to talk about what our views are.
Yeah. Fucking, I swear to God. You're literally on our stream, like...
Like, overall, the vast majority of this video has focused on what other people within the Black Lives Matter movement have to say.
100%.
Every once in a while, we're allowed to talk about the fact that we have political views and that they provide a bias in the commentary that we provide.
Yep.
Like, goddamn.
We're damned if we do, damned if we don't. If we don't say anything, the trolls are like, oh, you guys are complicit in all the things. And then if you say something, they're like, oh, you guys are talking over black voices.
Exactly.
It's like... Republicans are some of the most hypocritical motherfuckers.
I mean...
Not all of them. Not all of them.
Yeah, to be honest, it happens with Democrats and Republicans both, where they...
Well, yeah.
They
That's totally true.
Totally opposite arguments against each other.
Yeah.
God, I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. Sorry, I'm walking and it's hot, so processing words is hard. But, like... Democrats and Republicans are both very guilty of using the same point from opposite viewpoints just for that specific, for whatever specific issue.
Show your love, you're not showing it right now. You must not have been watching the stream for very long.
Yeah.
Like, We love everyone here, but we also will be combative when need to be.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Some people need more tough love. Some people need tough love. Tough love.
Tell people that they're being stupid and they need to stop.
Sometimes people are just being stupid, and like it's okay to let them know. Otherwise, they just don't know. All right, I'm gonna give you this. Watch the battery.
Got it.
I'll be back in a minute.
All right, sounds good. I'm gonna sit here and talk to the stream. All right. Not sure why, Jonathan, with the start of that, of people have absolutely lost their minds. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that, if you'd like to explain. But yeah, I definitely understand that having an alternative approach and an alternative way of talking about things is an interesting thing to view as a viewer. I mean, if you want to help us, Debbie, you can donate to our Venmo, which is posted in the links. By no means are we lumping all Republicans in as one kind of people, in the same way that we weren't lumping in Democrats as one kind of people in that statement. I would prefer if you didn't refer to being trans as a lifestyle choice. It's not about choice, it's about identity, but, you know. All right. We are going to block you, William, because you are threatening violence. Cool, cool, cool. We're done with that. Hey, just got 2 messages from folks in New York. Thanks for watching. We're closer to your side of the country now than we normally are. We're just going to get a view of the park here. It's a very pretty park. We have a pretty solid mod team, but if you're interested in helping out, you can always send us a message and we'll see about potentially adding you to our mod team. Tara? Thank you for that. I'm glad to hear that your comment about folks losing their minds wasn't an aggressive comment there, Jonathan. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, that's why we gently educate the first time around. Oh, I'm sorry about your dog. I hope they are doing well and are getting the care that they need. And I'm glad that we are able to be here and live streaming the events so that you're able to still participate even though you can't be out here physically. We should be heading back over here in a little bit, but we're just going to take a break here for about a half hour. Take care of the things that need to get taken care of. See if we can get a nice view down the street here. All right, and you can see in the distance there's still a crowd of protesters or a crowd of people here for the march. There's definitely more than 1,000 people. I am really bad at estimating large numbers, but we are, I mean, it's packed all the way around the entire reflection pond, so that is a lot of people.
I just realized your bag has a crow on it.
Yeah, it does.
Here's these.
Thank you.
Hopefully everybody's being nice.
Yeah, everybody's been pretty nice. I did block one person for being overtly violent in the comments, but...
Oh, yeah, you get those.
Yep, they're always fun.
All right. Ready?
I think so. Handing that back over to Crystal there.
I am all about love, peace, and acceptance.
All right.
Good on you.
We were having a conversation.
Oh, yeah? About what?
They used a little bit of the wrong wording with referring to trans people.
Oh, I see.
Calling it a lifestyle choice rather than something that has to do with identity. And I was like, that's not the right way to talk about this. And they were like, oh, thank you for correcting me.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's not a... If it were a choice, I definitely wouldn't have chosen it.
Yeah.
Let me just say that.
For real.
Like,
My
this
life
is
would
kind
be
of
so
torture.
much easier.
Being trans is kind of torture. And it's not being trans itself. It's not the dysphoria. It's society.
Yeah.
And it's the brutal attacks that you withstand every single day.
Mm-hmm.
It's torture. We don't choose this.
Yeah.
Nobody chooses this. It's a matter of health, really.
Yeah.
Honestly, what's really funny is when trans people come out and they start taking HRT, it fixes their problems. Oh no, what about that?
No, the number of my mental health issues that basically
Oh,
went away.
this is a good question.
Yeah.
This is a really good question from Jenny. With all the negativity going around, what is one thing y'all have seen that have touched your hearts? I'll let you go first.
The amount of organizing that we've seen at these types of events, people are really connecting with one another in a way that I don't feel has happened for a very long time in this country. And that gives me a lot of hope for forward momentum and seeing an actual change happen in the world. The other thing is just the level of like sweet, caring, just people that come out to these events. Like, you accidentally bump into someone and they immediately turn around and you both apologize to each other. That's the level that things are at.
Yeah. Get yourself right with God. How dare you judge us in our relationship with God? That's not up to you. That's up to God. Like, how dare you? You're just a person. You shouldn't judge anyone. You have no authority. You have no authority over anyone.
Yep.
So how dare you say that?
In the Bible about,
you don't know shit about us or our religious feelings.
Yep. And isn't there also something in the Bible about God is the only judge and you should leave judgment up to God? Not that I believe in your God, but, you know.
Like, how can you do that? It's all family out there, exactly.
Yep.
My answer would be probably pretty similar to Crow's, honestly. It's the coming together that you see. No, sorry.
Have a good weekend, y'all.
Stay safe.
You too.
It's the coming together of so many different types of people for one powerful cause. It's beautiful. I mean, it's powerful.
Yeah.
There's a lot of power here. And you feel powerful just being here. You feel like you're making a change. You feel like you're doing something. We might go 2 inches forward. But, you know, we could forever say we were part of this.
Yeah. And we can also forever have the bonds and the people that we meet along the way.
100. That's right. Well, we'll always have each other.
Yep.
And like, when you ask, well, what's sort of the most powerful thing? I think that's it. It's the coming together of people. That's really one of the most powerful things any of us could ever do, ever. Is come together.
Yep.
And work together.
Work together and organize.
Yep.
I thought you got $5 and $10.
Many would argue that God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Many would argue some stupid ass shit.
Yeah.
What's your point?
Yeah, that's literally a rhyme that someone made up.
That was made up by humans, not by God.
Yeah, and like
God
not
made
even at the level of it was written in the Bible, which is also made up by humans.
God made people, and Jesus told us to love. So you know what? You coming out here and saying that shit, that's not loving. That's hate. That's hate. That's hate. You are hateful. You have hate in your heart. And you hide behind your God. That's what you're doing. You're hiding. You're hiding behind religion.
Yep.
Why don't you live up to what you preach and say, you know what? I love you no matter what your sins are. I love you no matter what your sins are. I love you because you're a drug addict. I love you because you're trans. It doesn't matter. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to say, oh, well, gay people are wrong because it was Adam and Eve originally. That's not up to you to decide. That's not up to any man or woman to decide. Or non-binary.
Yep.
You can't control what other people will do. All you can control is what you do. And what you should do is love. You can voice your opinions. You can be loud. You can be boisterous. You can cuss. You can get in people's faces. You could tell people that you think they're wrong.
Yeah.
But if you come here to this channel and you say stuff like that, we're going to do exactly that to you. We're going to do exactly that to you and tell you exactly how wrong you are. Awareness, enlightenment, acceptance, keep up the radical reporting. Thank you. We are very radical.
Yes, we are.
And we use their own fire against them. Now the real question is, where can we actually sit to do this?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, look at this. It's Iron Front.
Yeah.
There's an Iron Front sticker here. Freedom is in peril. Defend it with all your might. Operation Ulane. Eulali? Operation Eulali. Every day, every night. No justice, no peace.
Abolish the police.
I have plenty of friends I highly disagree with, but we are still friends. Todd, that's what's beautiful about the world. You can be friends with people you disagree with. Like, you don't have to just agree with all your friends. I mean, that makes life boring.
Yeah, it makes it, you end up in an echo chamber and not actually
Yep.
consider and question your own views.
Yeah, exactly. It's good to question your own views. It's good to grow. It's good to change.
I did not start out as a radical person. I started out as conservative and then moved over to liberal, and then finally realized that the values that I held when I thought I was conservative were actually leftist values.
See, I went from being an anarchist to a libertarian to an anarchist.
Yeah.
That was my journey.
Yeah.
So I've always kind of been radical.
Yeah.
And I think-
I feel like my views underneath it all were always radical.
Well,
I
yeah.
don't think I always used the right words to describe what I believe.
Well, once you get educated and you understand more, I think most people realize that being radical is like not that radical, really.
Yeah. No, it's
Is it radical to believe all people are equal? Is it radical to believe that there's a better world?
I mean,
Probably.
based on the fact that it goes against the status quo, yes.
Your
but-
movement is fake, says Geiler. Well, your account is fake, Russian bot. Also, not everyone prays. That is also okay, too. Yeah. Not everybody has a different connection to God.
Yeah.
Whether or not you're atheist, agnostic, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Buddhist, it doesn't matter. We all have a connection. We all have a connection to the greater of everything. We're all stardust. We all came from the beginning of we all came from the same beginnings. We all go to the same ends. We all share that in common. And we all have that
exist
connection.
within a community with one another, and we have to recognize that and acknowledge it and work with it.
In the end, all of our consciousness disappear. All of our consciousnesses disappear one day. We share this in common. And that is our connection to God, is our mortality. How you deal with that is up to you. You might pray. You might go to church. You might drink yourself to oblivion. Those are all ways of dealing with mortality. We all share that in common. Your movement is fake. Police ain't going nowhere. Whatever, dude. It's not fake. Look at the thousands of fucking people that are here, you stupid idiot.
Exactly. Just because you
Fake.
don't believe a movement will be effective, which that's your personal belief,
That's a different...
does not mean that it's fake.
That's a different statement. If you come up in here and say, I don't believe in your movement, I'd be like, that's your prerogative.
Yep.
I would absolutely accept that. But you come in here and say it's fake. Look at all these people. This is not
Obviously,
fake.
It's not fake.
Fake. See, that's exactly what I mean. You come here with poison, you meet with poison.
You come here, like,
You come here trying to stir shit, you're gonna get shit. Like,
yeah, if you make a statement that is indefensible,
we're not
going to call you out on it.
we're not the streamers that are gonna be like, oh well, we're just gonna let you say stupid stuff. That's not the stream. That's not this stream.
We could probably sit here and do this.
Totally false teaching. We are not all God's children, only those that serve God are his children. False. 100% false. You are wrong.
Directly contradicts the...
You are wrong.
No, we aren't. Sorry.
You are wrong. We are all God's children.
There is no man, there is no woman, there is no slave, there is no master. We are all the same, clothed in Christ. I know I'm not quoting that scripture exactly right, but...
Exactly. That's the kind of sentiment. See, that's the problem with, like, generally with Christians. Not all Christians. Not even most Christians. But with some Christians, that's the problem, is you think that your way is the only way, and if you don't take your way, you go to hell. There's lots of good people that never even hear about Jesus. Like...
It's honestly less of a problem with Christianity and more of an issue with authoritarianism ending up in Christianity.
Yeah, well, that they kind of go hand in hand at this point.
That's fair, yeah.
I am not at all going to say, like, we should eliminate religion or whatever. But organized religion is, like...
Yeah.
I have a lot of views on that, too.
I mean,
like, going to a
little bit less in some other religions that are outside of Christian doctrine and Christian faith. But I can't speak as much to those because I wasn't indoctrinated.
I've always believed that you can read the Bible and get a connection with God, and you can do it on your time. I don't need to go to church and have some man tell me what the scripture means. I don't need to go to church to have some pastor come up and say XYZ is XYZ. That might not resonate with me. But I go and read the Bible and pull out what I want to pull out from it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And I mean,
nothing wrong with
if we take it from like a more academic standpoint when we're talking about theology, which is ultimately what we're discussing here.
Kind of, yeah.
You have to look at it from three different perspectives. One is what the text literally says. The other is the time in which it was written. And the third is the time that you're in now.
That's the problem. I'm Muslim ass. That's the problem with Muslims too. It's the same shit. It's all the same shit. We're all talking about the same shit. Muslims, Christians, Jews, they're all talking about the same thing. It's just different traditions.
Yes. Different histories.
Different histories.
Specifically those three. It's just different histories.
They're all the same. They're all literally the same. They all like talk about each other. Like, you know, they're all each other's prophets. Like, it's all literally the same and we're fighting over it. It's the problem with organized religion altogether. It doesn't matter if you're Christian or Buddhist or anything. When you put minds together that hate and want to try to oppress and want to try to make money, ultimately, you create problems. I don't give a shit what you are or who you are. I treat all people the same. If we don't believe in any sky deity, that's cool too, right? That's your prerogative. I'm not going to say, like, you have to believe in anything. I'm agnostic. Like, I'll just be straight up. I was raised Catholic. I believe there's something greater. I believe Jesus was here. I believe Jesus was a prophet. I believe in all that.
I don't.
That's fine. There's lots of stories that back it up. It's all legend.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm smart enough to say that.
Jesus may have been an actual person and may have been a very good person.
Yeah.
But
I think objectively, they wouldn't have written all these stories if he didn't come, right?
Yeah, or at least if people like him weren't present in the time.
Sure. Like, whatever like semantics there are. Yeah. There was at least something that happened that caused that was the impetus in writing the Bible. And hold on.
You good?
Yeah, sorry, I lost connection for a second. Yeah, so I mean, if you are just straight up atheist, like, I mean, more power on you. You'll own it. I always believed that when you die, whatever happens, like, whatever you thought was going to happen, happens. I've always believed that. That, like, if you believe you just turn to dirt and nothing, and consciousness is over, then that's that. If you believe you go to heaven and you're there with all of your family, then that's that. Please flush, traitor. Free thinking is under attack. Free thinking is under
Has
attack.
been under attack for a very, very long time.
For hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
I would argue the most recent binge of it started with McCarthyism and has moved forward from there. Or the Patriot Act. That's even more recent. But like the McCarthyism still actively is still actively damaging America in its effects on the people that grew up in the time frame where it existed.
Voters against getting attacked.
Ooh. Hey,
Well, if you do then be positive. Stop talking shit because someone was saying about God, but I wasn't. Blah, blah, blah. Seriously, ask before you run your mouth. Blah, blah, blah. I can say what I want.
For me, I really connect with them because they're survivors. They're some. Yep.
That's us. That's us.
Yep. We are Portland live streamers, independent press. Yep. So we've been covering what's been going on over there.
Leftist independent press.
Yes.
It's important to say that because they get pissed off if we don't.
Yes.
If we don't put that qualifier.
Make that distinction.
Yeah.
No, it's not right, independent, right wing.
We're far from that.
Exactly.
Yeah, these are our revolutionary names.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
You're based out of Portland?
Yeah, Portland, Oregon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's heated up there.
It is heated up there. It's very different here. It's very different here. It's weird seeing police sort of intermingle in the crowd, not beating the shit out of people. It's very weird.
Because of the same thing that
I'm sure it happens, just not in protest, like when we were out last night at least.
Well, I'm with the Socialist Unity Party from Baltimore. We've been a million. I can't even remember how many marches I've been in the past 40 years. But we've had face down with the cops a few times. I remember in 1991, I think it was, and the Klan wanted to march, and we I don't know, we called our friends up and down the East Coast of political forces and came and had a march to protest the Klan. And of course, the police chief blocked off the street, and I think they got the march about 7 blocks until we finally broke the police barricade. And then a battle ensued. I can't say it wasn't right, but the police didn't, of course, go after the Klan people.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
I was in one of the streets over there in the downtown area, and these young police had pushed the young girls, and they were fussing right back at them. I'm like, oh gosh, they're going to keep on, and the police are going to turn around and start clubbing the rest of them. So I got between the girls and said, it's all right, let's go this way, let's go this way. Police come up right behind me, they're really hitting me in the back, keep moving, and I just, I moved each at a time.
Oh, yeah.
So let me ask you this.
So that they wouldn't attack the girls.
Yeah.
They don't care. They were teenage black girls. They don't care. They won't attack anybody.
Let me ask you this. You've been around a long time doing this. So what do you think about this movement specifically compared to previous movements?
The Black Lives Movement,
As it stands.
It's really taken a leap forward in the quality of the marches. The marches are stronger, more militant, more determined, and what's different from when Michael Brown and Earl Garner were issued quills, the marches are really a lot more multinational. Before, it was kind of mostly black folks and a good group of white folks. Now it's tremendous numbers of black and white and Latinos and Asians and Middle Easterns marching together because they all see, particularly communities of color, how the police brutality goes against them. And I think the fact that
this 17-year-old youth that was supposedly that they've arrested for killing and killing 2 and hurting 1.
In Wisconsin?
If you compare how he was handled,
Yep.
with a weapon that's almost as long as I am, and the police just walked up to him. They didn't wrestle him to the ground. They didn't put him in a chokehold.
They didn't shoot him in the back.
Put a
7
knee on
times.
his neck. They didn't beat him with a billy club. They just walked up to him, and he surrendered. I think that's what the story is, that he surrendered. But the way they usually approach black men and women, and whenever they stop them, they approach them. Nobody, not one of the police approached this young white racist with a gun, even though he had I don't know, however long that gun was that he had.
A battle rifle.
And he had been pointed out by people as the shooter. They didn't tackle him. They didn't go after him with guns like they did Jacob Blake. They didn't follow him behind with a gun, Jacob Blake, as he went to his car, and then shoot him several times when he's getting into his car. So people have seen the nature, and it's really a qualitative difference in the movement that's developing now. And it's my hope that it will pick up the call for Black Lives Matter and see where the root of racism comes from in the development of capitalism in this country, and that will eventually in turn change that call to not just Black Lives Matter, but to destroy and get rid of the capitalist system that creates and upholds racism.
I think you would absolutely love what's happening in Portland. To be honest, if you were on the ground and seeing what's happening out there, I think you would love what you're seeing. Like, it's everyone who's there is there with such a revolutionary mindset and such a mindset of this system is actively failing us, and we need to do something. And this is the thing that we can do right now, and we can start to organize. And it's wonderful to meet somebody on the other side of the country from where I'm from that's speaking a lot of the same things.
Most of the people we've spoken to have been sort of liberal in their views, and it's like, you guys are fooling yourselves.
I'm with a group called Socialist Unity Party, so we're not going to be so liberal.
I feel that. Hey, stay safe. Thanks for talking.
Thank you.
Is it okay if I take a photo of it?
Malcolm X Park, November 6th, 7th, and 8th. Malcolm X Park.
It does to make a laugh.
So we found the socialists. There's a lot of socialism going on. Gotta love it. He just murdered 2 people, maimed another one who was allowed to walk away and leave the immediate area in the state. Yep. Got more shirts.
Annual march in the White House, November 6th through 9th.
We're getting some good conversation in with people. I want to find somebody who's conservative and pick their brain. That's what I want to find. Let's look for them. I don't think we're going to find any conservatives out here, unfortunately. So-called party of the people and all. Wait, where did Crow just go? Oh, he's up ahead. How does he miss me literally all the time? How do you always just not see me?
I don't know.
I must be like a camo.
I mean,
What do you have on?
kind of neutral tones.
Yeah.
When we're out here, which I'm in
Well,
solid black. So
except for pink and blue.
yeah,
but
today
yeah.
is a little less.
I am wearing like a olive drab army helmet and olive drab pants, so I do kind of blend in a little bit. Getting a little bit of a sore in my leg. It's okay. How many miles have we walked? Probably like 20 today.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Feels like it.
It's definitely going to be more than a marathon this weekend for us.
It's good. It's good for us. I may fall into your definition of conservative, but I'm not crazy. That's okay. I don't hate on conservatives. Y'all can believe whatever you want to believe. It's fine.
Sorry, we're not necessarily crazy. We just want you to care about people. You know.
Yeah, we just want you to care about your community. Like,
if you care about and take care of your community, that's all that matters.
Yeah, like we're not the type of people that are gonna try to force our views on people. There are definitely people out there that will do that. But on this stream, we like having those conversations. We like engaging and speaking to people.
Because if we honestly talk to you about our views and listen to you and you listen to us,
we'll all learn something. Yeah, we'll all learn something.
Yeah.
We will all learn and we will all grow. And that's how we become stronger. You guys all talk about being stronger as a nation. We might not believe in nations, but it's a good first start.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
Oh, thank you. No, thank you. Need to find some water. Yeah. Oh, face shields. All right, so the march should be starting any minute. Maybe we should just like sit up here for a bit. Yeah, we do. Just so we can have a moment to ourselves. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. All right. Yep. I'm going to put the camera on me. Okay. Thanks for streaming, watching from Australia. Thanks for watching from Australia. Say her name. Which one? Wow. I haven't heard that one yet. Humanitarian. It smells like dog poop over here.
Yeah.
Let's see. I do not vote based on political party. I vote based on the right person. I think that's good.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Dean Klein says free Kyle Rittenhouse.
That's some bullshit. He's a domestic terrorist.
He's literally a terrorist. Why would you want to free a terrorist? Literally shooting humans, Americans, however you want to spin that. You good?
Yeah.
Oh.
Figure this out.
You gotta... Oh, here. Do you want me to start it here?
Yeah. I can definitely hold the stream for you. There we go. Whoa. I'm gonna unplug for a minute.
Hold up. Oh,
that works. All right. Oh, everything's been pretty chill this morning. There's been some great speeches. We've talked to some wonderful people. If you go back through the stream, we're gonna clip out some of the interviews we've done and enhance the sound because some of them were hard to understand. Dean, if you comment about Kyle one more time, I am blocking you. It is very hot out here. Not as hot as it was yesterday, but
I can't do that part of it.
but it's hot and muggy and sweaty and
it's gross.
It's gross. I feel like I am personally a swamp, so
yeah.
I'm gonna hand the phone back over.
Yeah. It looks so hot there. It is really hot out here. It's really hot. Thanks, Stompy. Love you. Appreciate you. Everybody in the channel, you guys should say thank you, Stompy, because Stompy is like a huge contributor to this channel. And Stompy doesn't get enough credit. Stompy is like amazing. Welcome to the East Coast. Humidity is not kind. This sucks. I like your zero tolerance approach to conservative trolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, some we mess with, you know, if they're especially dumb or whatever, we mess with them. But I mean, if you guys are coming here
actively supporting a terrorist in the chat,
yeah, if you're
on this, I'm sorry, we're not for that.
He's literally a terrorist. You can try to come and talk about like whatever, you know, policies of firearms in relation to the situation or whatever.
But if you're just like release him when he is
an actual terrorist.
Yes.
Like then, there's no debating that.
Then I'm sorry. We don't want you here.
Conservatives who want dialogue, yes. Trolls, no. Yeah, exactly. I'm all for it. Let's do it. Let's talk. Let's figure it out. We can figure it out together. Man, I am sweating my ass off. Zero tolerance for all trolls. Yes, all trolls. There are leftist trolls. They don't come here though.
No.
Leftist trolls come to other channels.
Leftist trolls go to conservative channels.
Yeah, they don't come here. Any leftist troll that comes here is kind of wasting their time because we're just going to agree on everything.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is what I hope for. If nothing else comes from everything, so many are disengaged and have little concept of what things mean or why people are out there. It's all political buzzwords and things that can't or don't relate or dehumanized, etc. Yep, that's
pretty accurate.
That's a pretty accurate take. We need to figure out how we're going to charge our devices. We need to ask our boy if he's got USB ports.
Yes, we do.
Conquer has nothing to say and is just laughing. Thank you, Yogi. We're staying safe. Oh, that wind feels nice. Ooh, we're just taking a rest. We've been walking a lot in this heat.
Yep. This heat and humidity is killer. For those who weren't watching the stream yesterday, we quite literally had somebody at the protest who had a seizure that may have been heat related.
Yeah, I was wondering that.
I overheard some of the paramedics talking a little bit, and it sounded like that's what they were saying, but like obviously I'm not a credible source on that.
Right. Do any of you have real jobs? I have a job. I work my ass off. I work 40 hours a week helping people tremendously. Like,
I'm currently unemployed, but that's because of the pandemic. Before this, I was a hard-working customer service representative.
I work in healthcare. That's all the info I give usually on that, though. Do you have water? We have a little bit of water still. We can go refill if we need to.
Yep.
Actually, that's thanks for your reminder. Stay hydrated, guys. Thanks, Shonda. Love. Much love. You need East Coast summer hair to cool off. Take a shower in the morning, pull back while wet, and ponytail or messy bun. All right. Thanks for the tip. I'll look into that tomorrow. A little late today, but yep. I'll look into that tomorrow. It's a good tip. I love you guys. Woo! Damn. It's hot as fuck out here, you. Actually, sitting under the tree with this nice breeze feels really good. It's not that bad.
It's much better than...
Stay hydrated. It was too hot out there. Thank you guys. All of you guys. We're going to stay hydrated. We're going to drink some water here in a second. We're taking a little bit of a break before the march. The march starts in about 10 minutes. Let's check the time. 15 minutes ago. And people are still arriving.
Yeah.
Fortunately, a lot of people are like giving out water and stuff, so we've been pretty okay, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, 5-0.
Here we are in 2020. We've gone from Bull Connor to Bull Trump. We've gone from a mean-spirited...
What was in those bags?
I don't know. I haven't opened them up.
Could I see one?
Yeah.
I'll open it for the stream.
Yeah.
With the words of interposition and nullification.
All right, so somebody handed us this bag. Let's see what's in it. We've got racism. Stop racism. And on the back it says Racism LLC, P.O. Box 48509, Washington, D.C. 2002. 202-539-3630. At website and everything. Probably backwards for you guys.
And you won't call his name. How do you sit while George Floyd is laying in a grave and you won't call his name? Well, Mr. Trump,
Smells like
right down the block from the White House.
It's like homemade sanitizer. They were having events early, huh? If they're gonna march you in the heat, I'm guessing people are gonna be too exhausted to stick around at night and get in trouble. Maybe for the best. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I was laughing at your comment about the futility of leftist trolls coming here. Kind of pointless when you declared politics the left of Marx, which is cool. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of pointless because, like, I didn't declare that. People have told me that I'm left of Marx, which is probably true.
Yeah.
We have a dream. That's right. We have a dream. It's a collective dream. It'll happen one day. Mm-hmm. One day it won't be a dream.
Yep.
To vote like we never voted before. And don't just vote for the top of the ticket. Vote all the way down.
Are we going to be able to see a march? A lot of streamers can't get signal. Yeah, we're going to see the march. We're on the outside of things right now, which is, I guess, why we get signal.
We want to get ready anybody that's in our way. Because our parents...
Gotta get it soaked, if you know what I mean.
You can mess with the male, but it ain't the sacrifice that Goodman and Cheney and Clinton gave.
Gotta go in. Chomsky said, the Young Turks recently, that Trump was worse than Hitler. Did you hear his defense? Do you agree? I did not see that, or what have you. I can't comment on that because I did not see it.
Yeah, and I would...
Trump worse than Hitler?
I would make the argument until Trump actually turns the detention camps into extermination camps, he's not worse than Hitler.
I mean, we do have concentration camps, but we're not murdering people. Well, we are, but not the political prisoners, really.
Yes.
Well, we might be. We probably are, and just not, like, reporting it.
Yep.
But not en masse.
Yeah.
To the point where it's like everybody knows or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I would have to see that interview to comment on that, I think. I don't think he was worse than Hitler, at least not at this point. He certainly has the potential to be.
Definitely. Especially if we delay this most recent election, or this election coming up.
Like, imagine if Biden is elected and then Trump doesn't pass over the power. That would, honestly, I kind of hope that happens.
I think that's as much as Yep. Did you get a lighter?
No, because I'm not smart.
Oh shit. Well,
we'll figure it out.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up the camera here. Heyo.
This is
Oh, okay, cool. He said that Trump, while ignoring scientific climate advice, does a complete disregard to the human species. Yeah, that's fair and valid. I would make the argument that Hitler was doing the same thing, but didn't have as much science to tell him that he was being a fuck. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to read this here. I understand the movement of BLM, but how do you explain to a 5-year-old who has seen people screaming Black Lives Matter during a protest and turns and asks, "Mommy, does my life not matter?" I mean, that's a pretty easy thing to explain to a kid. Yeah. All you have to say is, because of the way that the world is, the systems have shown that Black people's lives don't matter, so people are pointing out that they do, because the system shows that they don't.
So the way I explained it to my children, I have 2 small children, 5 and 3. The way I explained it to them is that there are some people who don't agree that Black lives matter. And I asked her, do you think Black lives matter? And my daughter said, yes, I think so. And I said, well, then it's a factual statement. Black Lives Matter. Is that wrong? And she said no. And I said, okay, there you go. And it was just as easy as that. We were, here's a fun story for you guys. We were driving in the car, we were listening to Bohemian Rhapsody, and it gets to the line where Freddie Mercury was like, like as if nothing really matters. And my daughter just belts out, well, Black Lives Matter. It was really cute. So kids understand. I mean, you don't have to be like, oh, you don't matter or whatever. I mean, they understand they matter. You need to make sure they matter. How they know they matter is how you treat them as a parent.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they know they matter.
Mm-hmm.
You also need to make sure they understand that other people also matter. And that's the point of the movement.
Yep. All right, let's move on to the next comment here. This has been his plan all along. I don't know what you're referring to, Melody. I apologize.
Probably Trump not giving up power.
Wait, what do you mean by if Biden wins, Trump might not pass over power? So essentially, what we're saying is Trump may try to maintain a dictatorship rather than giving up the power that you lose once a new president is elected and moves into office. There's a lot of evidence that that is something that he would very much like to push for. Whether or not he would be successful and manage to do it is a totally different question. But if that were the case and we move into a dictatorship, then he has a lot more power and a lot more potential to harm people. And that's why we bring up that worry.
If it happens, it'll definitely start the big time revolution.
Yes.
So.
Yes, exactly. I mean, we are at a point where I personally feel like we are moving towards revolution no matter who wins the presidential election here in the United States.
Yes.
However,
Big facts.
if Trump wins, we will definitely go towards revolution very quickly. Or if Trump refuses to give up power, we will move towards revolution very quickly.
Honestly, if Joe Biden wins, it's going to be same old, same old.
Yeah, if Joe Biden wins, we may have another typical American liberal presidency, and that may delay the revolution a bit, but I do think it is inevitable regardless.
Where nothing gets done, it's all promises, nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
Right, now we need to find comrades.
Yes, we do.
Find some comrades. All right. On the search.
All right. Do you want me to just wait here? Or? So do you all have any questions, any comments, anything that you want to talk about? We're just taking a break for a moment until the march starts. I'm going to move this out a little bit. I'm going to scroll back and see if there's anything else I didn't comment on. Okay. Okay, let's see. I apologize, I'm scrolling back through some things here. Okay, we're just gonna go to the end of this. So we got a boop. I mean, I don't think either of us are particularly improv people, so I don't think we're going to act out your dialogue. I apologize.
Wait, what?
Somebody said, let me pull that up. No, we are not going to that. The comment was from Conqueror, and they said, you two should act out my dialogue. Let's do Theater of the Oppressed live, LOL. I don't know if there's more to that than that, but...
Sounds like a troll to me.
Yeah. I honestly don't think there's that much violence that's associated with the movement. Are there violent individuals that end up at protests and end up in these spaces? Yes, but the movement itself is not violent. At least not...
And also to clarify, you can't be violent against property.
True, exactly. Thank you. So the vast majority of people that are truly leftists are at the very least in support of having firearms, whether or not they own them themselves. So I think there's a lot more resistance than conservatives might anticipate from the left if there were something like that.
It's hot as hell out here. Look what he's wearing.
I am trying to... Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. There's a monk over here walking. Yeah, that's very accurate, Nolan. The point was a good comparison to All Lives Matter thing is the Confederate flag. The Confederate flag was not popularly flown until the Civil Rights Movement, in the same way that no one was saying All Lives Matter until people said Black Lives Matter. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's how it goes. It's a callback response to people fighting for their rights. Let's see.
All right, wait a minute. I brought Mr. Lincoln all of the broken promises.
Enough is enough. Whatever. Whoop.
Narrated his own death on videotape and didn't know they were recorded. But his death has been the impetus of a global movement.
No, I'm a dude. Sorry, David, but I am a trans guy, and that is why I have a mustache. Yes, you're right. If all lives genuinely mattered equally, BLM wouldn't be a thing. It's that simple. Yeah, you're exactly right. If we treated all people as though their lives mattered equally, we wouldn't have to have Black Lives Matter. We wouldn't have to have civil rights as something that we have to push for. But the issue is that the material reality that we live in is one where there are large populations that are not treated equally to those around them.
You're my sister, Bridget.
We are currently live from DC, just outside of the main event for the March on Washington. We're just taking a quick break here. We were down at the speeches for a while and just needed some time out of the sun and to get some things taken care of. Okay, let's see. What was that about? Yep. The only flag that the Confederates should wave is the white flag when they gave up. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So here's the thing. I have a degree in sociology and have spent most of my time reading works from theorists during the eras when many of the things in history I quote happened. They are as direct as you can get other than looking at people's diaries. I think I know my history, and I think the fact that you believe that there is an anti-American establishment that is putting out a false history is a sign that you're listening to propaganda. Because most of American history is not commonly covered, especially when it comes to history related to minorities and history related to people of color and black people and indigenous people specifically. I'm not sure what you're thanking us for, Lyle, but I appreciate it regardless.
It's happening right now because we demand it. Everyone here has made a commitment because they wouldn't be here for no other reason right now. It's hot, and I know it's hot. But
if you can hear the speech in the background, he just said it's hot. No, I am a dude, and if you call me a chick one more time, you get blocked. Let's see. It was so cool watching the crowd push the cops back last night. It's like having a window to the center of the movement from the manufactured nature of mainstream media. Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. I think the interesting thing about the cops getting pushed back last night is that it was so different than what I would have expected to see out of Portland in the same situation. Like, we've discussed this a couple of times in the stream, but what I would have anticipated had something like that happen in Portland is them grouping up just the way that they did in that kind of circle, but instead shooting tear gas out into the crowd and beating people back until they could run back to their cop cars. That's what we would see in Portland on a nightly basis. So it was really interesting and refreshing to see them just line up and leave when people insisted that they didn't want them there. You are getting blocked, buddy. Bye-bye. Thank you, Jackie. I love your fighting spirit.
If it weren't for y'all, I don't know where I'd be right now. Because y'all are keeping me running. I have to advocate for everybody, man. Because right now...
Yeah, we're just chilling for a bit. Let's see. Other things about the cops last night.
With his kids. That's painful.
I also was really interested in how demilitarized the cops looked compared to being in Portland and them being in riot gear. I do think a large part of that is probably due to the fact that they're under such heavy scrutiny right now. Oh, she had to run and grab something real quick. She's actually back now. But I was just taking over the camera while she was doing that, so. Oof. Ow. By the way, I'm Crow. I'm in the background of streams on a pretty regular basis. I do most of the photography, so.
That's right. I'm enjoying your show. You say you're a dude, though your DNA will never change. Science teaches us that. Hey, Mark, why don't you read a fucking book?
Also, here's a quick
he's
lesson
banned.
in biology.
He's banned.
Okay, good. But a quick lesson in biology for those who want to stick around and actually learn something. Chromosomes actually do not decide even your phenotypic gender necessarily.
That's right.
They are a statistically average thing. Most of the time, if you have XX chromosomes, you're going to develop in a phenotypically female way. And if you have XY chromosomes, you're going to develop in a phenotypically male way. But that's not inherently true. So saying that your gender is genetic is some bullshit. Additionally, sex and gender are entirely socially constructed. Humans exist on a continuum of gender and sex spectrum. And
let that go out. Oh no. Okay. It's good. They get the point.
Yep.
Seems like Mayor and Governor neutered the police department. Crow, what's your real name?
I mean, I have a badge. It's Zeke. Also, at this point, like, because I got arrested, my information is public knowledge.
Hi, Zeke, says Jackie.
Hello.
Oh, man. You know us Oregonians. Here doing our Oregonian thing.
Yep. Being radical and
There's no different here. Whether or not we're home or here.
Mm-hmm.
You know it. We'll set the camera down here for a second.
Yep.
So we can concentrate.
Snacks.
Water.
Ooh, yeah. There's my bag. I think I might.
Or.
There we go.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing.
We'll get more. Oh, water's so good. Guys, I've never been so healthy. Have y'all seen CJ Halliburton around there yet? No, I haven't seen CJ yet. I saw him around Portland like a ton.
Oh, yeah.
We only talked one time. We literally only talked one time. He was nice IRL.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've definitely heard stories, but
Yeah,
not worth talking about.
that's fair.
But I've definitely heard stories.
I don't know enough to say anything, so.
Stories of the Chud persuasion.
Fun.
But I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of people who are chuds who can be nice.
Mike, have you even ever been to Portland, Mike? Like, ever? Have you ever once been to Portland? I'm just curious.
Also, if Mike's still saying some bullshit, he needs to get blocked. I warned him earlier.
That's whatever. I mean, he's not saying bullshit. He's just saying it's a dump. It's just not.
Okay.
It's not factual. So I guess it is bullshit. It sounds like a bot. I get a bot reading.
I mean, he was making some vaguely transphobic comments earlier, so.
Where are you guys? I may be coming out there since it's daytime and it won't throw off my work schedule. We are in Washington, D.C., right by the Lincoln Memorial.
Yep.
In the Washington Memorial.
Yeah, we're pretty much. We're a little bit closer to Washington, but the big dick.
Yep. Why are you wanting police interference? You guys look like fools to the rest of America. That's Alicia commenting to Conjure. Sorry, I'm so sorry if I butchered your name. Guess I can't come then. Yeah, sorry, Mike. Next time we're out in Portland, we'll meet up. But now we're in DC. We're in DC this weekend covering these protests.
However, I do know that there are daily actions up off of Rosa Parks.
Oh, there you go.
That are family-friendly events that you can go to.
Yeah,
I don't think they're particularly large, but if you want to go out, show support, bring a sign, just do
From
your
12
thing.
to 2.
Yeah.
12 to 2.
Yeah.
What time is it there? What time is it here?
I don't fucking know. I don't have my phone on.
It's like probably 10 or 11 there, I would imagine.
Yeah. So, that's always an option if you've got that time free on a weekend or something.
What could have been the circumstance when a man's running away from you?
I heard the coastline out there is awesome and love to come out there from Columbus, Ohio. You mean like to DC or to Portland?
I mean, they're both wonderful.
Pronounced Connor? My bad.
Okay, sorry.
Good effort, though. Sorry. I am reading like kind of half. I'm like, if you saw the way I look right now, my camera's like off to the side here. Stop blocking traffic, something.
Yeah.
Chat's going too fast.
I'll take a look at it if you want.
They're fine.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll get there.
They're figuring it out.
Yep.
We are no longer expendable.
We're taking a break. It's fine.
We're taking a break and you're getting to see the backstage, essentially.
You're getting to look at the grass.
Yep.
In Portland. We'd love to have you in Portland.
Yeah.
Hit me up when you're out there. I'll give you a tour.
For sure.
You'll get a tour. You'll get a personal tour from Crow and Crystal.
Yeah.
Or Kalishnikov, I should say. And yeah.
Yeah. We'll hit up Kalishnikov.
We'll hit up Kalishnikov. Yeah, there actually is a place called what is it?
Rimsky Kalishnikov.
Yeah, Rimsky Kalishnikov.
Welcome to the platform.
Let me go through some of the things that I picked up today.
Yeah.
Actually, we can look at this if folks wanna see what I've scored.
Sure.
We'll put it that way.
Yeah. Let's see what the haul is.
Yep.
Highway 101 in Oregon coast is clean if you don't want to pay or be on the sand.
Okay.
The coastline is beautiful. It's very rocky.
Yes, it is. And that's another one of those notes. And some hand sanitizer. Wonderful.
Sanitizer.
Oh, I've also got some hand sanitizer from the event proper.
Yep. We're gonna have to give all this away because we're gonna bring it on a plane, or can we?
Some of it. I mean, not all of it.
That was a floor fine.
Yep, that was just lying on the ground. And
Somebody the other night, I think it was the night you didn't come out because you didn't have the press pass. So I guess the night before we left.
Yeah.
When the police were running away from you know how they come out, they ambush everybody, they blow everything up, they arrest a few people, and then they leave.
Yep. Yep.
When they were running back, leaving, because they leave running, right?
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
And maybe it's for their safety or whatever.
Yeah.
They leave running, and the last time they did that, they ran, right? And one of them dropped their flashlight, and then a guy just walks up, picks it up, and just walks away. I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah. I mean...
Police flashlight.
Yeah. So, yeah. these are the literature and things that got picked up today.
I mean, have to hit up a show at the Hawthorne Theater. There you go. Now you're talking.
Yeah, no.
Also, go to the Baghdad Theater just for like a movie.
Ooh. We should also go to... There's a theater that's like the longest running theater that's been doing Rocky Horror screenings.
Oh, yeah.
And I know quite a few people that are
Rocky Horror's... He's a bit of a transphobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of surprising, huh?
The culture around it.
Yeah.
Though, is like...
Just because you are...
Exactly.
Like, however you want to identify.
Yeah.
I think just cross-dresser, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I don't actually know.
Yeah, no, like, Rocky Horror in and of itself, like, if it weren't for the culture that sprung up around it and the historical importance of Rocky, I would shit all over Rocky. But there's so much historical importance in the queer community and specifically in the genderqueer community.
Are any of the museums open? Probably not.
I don't think so.
I'm sorry.
So. Yeah, no. But yeah, that's the reason why I'm like, I still love Rocky. I understand that it's some garbage from the 80s.
Yeah. A friend works security at Hawthorne.
Oh, nice.
Interesting. You have to tell me their name. We probably have mutuals.
Quite awesome.
In Portland, everyone has mutuals.
Yeah, it's a relatively small
It's
city.
kind of a thing. Unless you're like 8.
Yeah.
Or 9. You probably have... I mean, even then, you probably have mutuals.
Yeah. Or like, if you just only...
What time is the march? It was... And the march hasn't started. They're still speaking.
Yeah.
We're just eating and chilling.
Oh, and then there's this little...
Oh, yeah.
Cozy.
You got it like a little cozy.
Yeah. I'm probably not going to keep that.
Not even as a memento.
No. Like, it's got too much branding on it for me to want to keep it.
Yeah.
Like, I might... that's what I should do. I should, like, sew a patch over this and put something, like, either just, like, BLM.
A picture of, like, John Lewis.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah.
Then it's actually a decent memento. Like, I don't care about Ashcraft and Gearroll
Connor says, I want you to dance tonight if the opportunity presents itself. No reason why you can't have fun while tearing an establishment a new one. How bad would the optics be if the cops near dancing activists? So, Connor, speaking of which, last night, you should go back and watch our stream from last night. I think there's only one. There was one when we arrived at the airport, and then there was one from last night. And at the end of the night, a DJ shows up just out of nowhere.
Actually, there were, so behind the line where they were like, we don't want press back here for people's identities. But anyway, so back behind that line, there were an additional 2 DJs.
Nice. Yeah. So there was,
and it was literally just the exact same dance party, but these were people who didn't want to be like identified on film.
Yeah.
Like,
which is totally fair.
What was happening?
Yeah, which is totally fair. But we go to the like the press okay one, and we're just standing there recording, and man, that was jamming.
Yeah,
there was a lot of people.
It was amazing.
There was a lot of people. It turned into like a huge like. Not too many people were dancing. I'd say probably about 20 at most at like once.
Yeah.
But there was a huge crowd, and everybody was like kind of jamming. You know, it was pretty sweet. So that actually happened last night. I watched it live last night. Screen recorded the video and shared out today. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was so cool. Yeah, when we get back, we're gonna like take it apart and
we're gonna go through all the photos and all the videos from this weekend.
And we'll post all the good stuff
and clip out the bits.
We've got some awesome photos
and some awesome interviews.
Some really good interviews with some really smart people. Yeah, we should cut them all up and then like put them all in one video and just do like these are the interviews from the weekend. That was so cool. Yeah, that was so cool. You know what we need? We need a charger.
We do. We do, in fact, need that.
We need like a brick to plug USB devices in. Is really what we need.
Yeah, because there is that one power strip, but it's only...
We could probably get to like a Home Depot or something.
Oh, yeah.
Or I mean, off. I always confuse them. Office Depot.
What's the Kroger
Staples? Kroger equivalent is probably like Harris Teeter. No, that's not even close. That's more like Whole Foods.
Okay. or like, I mean, Fred Meyer.
Yeah, no, I know, I gotcha. I mean, the closest I can think would be Target.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything really out here. There's like really cool
That's just my note.
There's a really cool Amish store that I used to go to all the time. We could go there tomorrow. What should we do tomorrow, you guys? There's Walmart. There is Walmart, but that's the beast that we don't speak about.
Just like the beasts that might hire me.
As a tactic, the left should dance our way to freedom and equality.
It's been attempted multiple times. It doesn't work when you start getting tear gassed and beat with billy clubs.
It works up to a point. It's good optics for the left. It's good optics for the left to be tear gassed while dancing, in the sense that it shows the police brutality and in that light.
Yes.
So from that perspective, sure. The thing is, it's not really safe.
No.
There's been multiple nights where we've been out where the police have just come out and tear gassed just because they can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It hasn't been recently, though, I will note. Since the new DA especially, they haven't been as much until, like, what they see as trouble and what a lot of these people see as trouble.
Yeah.
Once that starts, that's when they start coming out.
Yeah.
And they have been holding the tear gas back. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
They have been holding the tear gas back until they declare a riot.
Dispersing it with smoke and tear gas.
It's been mostly smoke.
Half-strong tear gas.
Yeah, we get watered down tear gas, yeah.
Yeah.
So the chemicals they've been releasing, they've been waiting to the last minute, let's be fair. But they have been releasing dangerous chemicals into our city. I understand your points. No, I feel you.
Yeah.
I understand your point, too. It's a good point. I mean, in a perfect society, we wouldn't need to do any of this. In a second most perfect society, you could dance your way out of it, right?
Yeah.
So, but we're not in either of those realities.
No. I mean, the reality is sometimes we can do that. And those times
Sure.
are great, and they're a great morale boost for everyone included.
Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with having all of the tactics.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, and this is, if you've never seen this film, eventually we need to watch it.
Uh-huh.
It's, so, Pride from 2014, I believe. It's a film that was produced in the UK about a group of queer folks from London who raised money for the miners that were striking in the UK in the 80s. And it's really great, but the reason why I brought this up is one of the plot points in the film is that they throw a concert called Pits and Perverts. And it reminded me of the left dancing their way to revolution.
His name is Timothy Kelsall. I don't know. I don't know offhand, but we probably have mutuals. You need big sound systems, good music. There's no way the police would brutalize dancing activists. I feel you, but yeah. Politicians are there. They don't want to accidentally gas them. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
The politicians and the rich are all here.
Yep.
They don't want to accidentally tear gas the wrong person, you know.
Exactly, and the optics are really bad if they brutalize people right now.
It is so peaceful.
Yeah.
It is so peaceful. I have never felt more safe, honestly.
I've never felt more safe around a police officer, and that includes when I am literally just walking down the street in downtown Portland.
Yep.
Before things were, like, terrible.
Honestly, the police here are kind of chill.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, the police here are pretty chill compared to what we get.
I'm being watched all the time.
We definitely are being watched all the time, which goes to play to the whole bigger problem.
Yeah.
And the whole problem is that their badge is what stands for the bigger surveillance. You know.
Yep, exactly.
There's nothing against any individual person.
Yeah.
I love people. I would probably get along really well personally with like a lot of police officers.
Yeah.
We probably have a lot in common. But what they're doing with their lives is it's misguided. I think is probably the most diplomatic way I could say. It's misguided.
Yeah.
They think they and a lot of other people think that police are here protecting us and they're doing a service to the community. And to a degree, they do. But the thing is, that degree is only for certain peoples.
Yes.
It's only for certain neighborhoods. It's only for certain classes.
Yes.
It's not for everyone equally across the board. You can see it plainly through the last few nights. A dude comes out with an AR-15, shoots a couple people, and he's arrested peacefully at his home, no problems.
Yep.
Whereas a man is shot 7 times in his back.
Yeah.
Like, for what? Like, he wasn't...
From what I've heard, he was trying to break up a fight.
He wasn't a mass murderer.
Yeah, exactly. Like
a literal mass murderer.
He did not have a assault rifle and had not shot to kill already.
Right.
Like, those are very different things. And in my personal opinion, if there is a time that police should apply violence, it is in situations like that. It is in situations where you have someone like Dylan Roof, or you have those, and you can get out there and do it in that way. That is the one time where I feel like there is a valid application of violence.
I will challenge you on that one, though. I will disagree here. I think if we apply policing universally and we apply what they did to him to everyone else, that to me would be the perfect way.
That is definitely fair. It's more of, I feel like it would have been justified rather than I feel like it would have been the correct action.
I don't know. The correct action is never violence unless you are being attacked and unless you're defending yourself.
Yeah.
Which they weren't.
Yeah.
In either of these situations.
Yeah.
So they should have approached him and arrested him peacefully. Yeah. They should do that to everyone.
That's fair.
There should not be any need for violence. It's just more violence. If he came out and started like threatening them, pointing his gun at them, then they should definitely shoot him.
I guess it's more so, those may have been bad examples. Those are things that I don't like to read the details of for the simple reason of I don't need that trauma.
He was a pedophile resisting arrest. Who cares, Jeff? Who cares what he was or what he did? You are innocent until proven guilty.
Yes.
Police
are not judge, jury, and execution.
Police are not Judge Dredd. That's not how it works in this country. That's not how it's supposed to work in this country. That's not how it's supposed to.
It's been applied in many, many communities and many neighborhoods for generations.
And it has happened to so many people that the chant now is say his name, which one? Like, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
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 That's just heartbreaking.
And that's the reality that we're at.
Murder is murder.
Where you can't, if you look at a sign that includes every name since the Black Lives Matter movement became a thing, you can't read the sign at a distance. You have to go up and look at it closely.
Connor's like the FBI are watching this thread, no doubt.
Yeah, probably.
Hi, FBI. We already know the Portland police watched this because they said hi to us, so we know that they watched this stream. I mean, we're not saying anything that's violent.
No, not at all.
The FBI, I love you all individually.
I think your institution is highly corrupt, and I wish it didn't exist.
Exactly. We can build better.
Yeah.
Like, you guys, a lot of people think, okay, so if we don't have police, a lot of the concern goes towards, well, what do we do if there's a XYZ? I guess there is no march. Look, everyone's just like walking away.
I guess so.
I don't know. It seems like it's really hot and everyone is just like trying to chill.
Yeah.
It's kind of what it seems like. There's just a lot of people here.
Yeah.
The only time killing somebody is justified is if your life is in danger.
Yeah.
And it's towards me, by the way, so you're not getting nervous or anything.
Yeah.
That's the only time. I am pro Second Amendment. I think Zeke is pro Second Amendment. Is that true?
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm pro Second Amendment more from the ability to hunt and to like
But I think a lot of that stems from the system and the way that we've built things. We've turned everything in life into a commodity. If you want to like wipe your ass after pooping, like you have to have a job essentially. Yeah, you have to have a job to be able to do that. If you want to drink water, and except for special circumstances, such as like Portland fountains, for instance, or other public fountains or whatever, donations. If you want to drink water, you have to have a job.
Yep.
It's the way the system's built. I get it. A lot of people are like, well, if you're lazy, you shouldn't deserve these things. But like, we're talking about really basic stuff, and we're talking about human beings. We're not talking about tigers.
Yeah.
Even though that would be fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, just be like, nope, it can't have water because it doesn't have a job. Or it's not making me money. Essentially what it would be.
Yeah. I mean, there are situations where things like that do happen with animals. Think about things like puppy mills.
Right. And I think the common denominator here is the system.
Yeah. We wouldn't see these types of abuses if we didn't have a system that puts inherent value on being able to do that.
Right.
By just causing a larger amount of production because we value production and capital most.
If somebody kicked your dog, would you speak up? If they kicked you, your dog would speak up? Of course. A dog is like a member of a family.
Yeah, that is a sentient being.
Yeah. If somebody kicked my dog...
That's not my property.
I would say that's self-defense. If somebody kicked my dog and I started fighting them, that would be justified.
Yeah.
If somebody kicked my dog, I would ensure that they understood that they are never to kick another dog ever again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if I get my ass kicked, like I will still like get my ass kicked in that effort. The only thing keeping you down is yourself. True enough. I think that's true. I agree with that. Come see me, I'll teach you one lesson. I don't think it's the only thing. I think there's a lot of system that's keeping you down as well. We do live in a society where hypothetically, as hard as you work, you can get to the top of the top. But the problem is
that in order to do that, you must crush under other people underneath you.
You must crush under people underneath you, absolutely. It's at the expense of other people. And it's also not at your full value.
Yeah.
You're earning like 10% of what you could be earning for your hard work. Like, what if we all get paid for our work as we put in? Like, how hard you work, you get that much money. Or whatever.
Or however much value your work produces, you get directly back to you.
Yeah.
Or even a small percentage just to cover like basic costs.
Like everyone would be covered, and then if you worked harder, you could earn all of life's everything. Mm-hmm. And then you could fall onto that scale wherever you want. You could just coast through life and just be down in the dumps your whole life. And if that's the life you live, that's the life you live. Mm-hmm. Or you can go on grand adventures and do that. You can do whatever you want. And we all work towards helping each other. Like, it doesn't seem that radical.
No.
So, to a degree, yes. You are the only thing keeping you down is yourself. But in today's society, the system is keeping people down.
The system is keeping people down?
Because it's raising others up.
Yes. Well, and the other factor of it is we do have to look at things like racism and the history that goes into that.
Mm-hmm.
Because generational wealth is deeply effective of where you will end up in life.
Absolutely.
If your family can afford to give you their old house when they move into a condo somewhere else, they can afford to give you a car, if they can afford to do any of those things, it makes your life so much substantially easier that it creates goals that are far beyond what people who don't have those same advantages have.
Right.
It all stacks on top of one another. And there's a lot of other examples of that. You could look at it as growing up in a neighborhood that doesn't have a well-performing school versus a wealthier neighborhood that has more money to go into their schools, that has a school with teachers that nurture their education. That creates an inherent gap in ability from the get-go. And it doesn't matter how dedicated you are and how hard you work. If there is a gap that exists from that early of an age, your ability to succeed has been stymied. Especially when you get into the factors of what poverty sometimes forces people into. Like, specifically looking at the war on drugs. Because when the only accessible economy to you becomes a illegal economy, you've just criminalized people. Like,
if you were to stop working, what would you expect to have?
I don't think I would ever stop working.
I mean, I'm only ever going to stop working if I literally cannot. Coming out here doing this is, to me, like, is work.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is work that I enjoy.
It's work that I am very passionate about. I would do this full time if I could.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make money. There's like no way to make money doing this.
No, there's not.
And it's like not even the goal. Like, I don't even want to make money too. So it's like using my extra time to do this, to me, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. No, exactly. Like, I have the time to be here and to be doing this, so I may as well be doing this rather than sitting at home.
Yeah. Doing nothing.
Yeah. Doing nothing or doing something that doesn't have any value to it.
Right. Playing video games, etc. Which is what I did for a very long time in my life. I think the better question would be, if you don't have a job, what should you expect to get? And I think you should expect to have your housing and some food and some water at the bare minimum. You also should get a little bit of money to help with things like gas, and childcare should be paid for. I mean, all of these basic things. There's a lot that should be taken care of for everybody.
I see what I did. I put on the bottom of the can.
Oh.
I thought I lost the lid to the can.
The problem with your way of thinking is somebody's life and Persia worth should be judged on how much they work. Every human being deserves food and water, shelter, and medical care regardless. Otherwise, it's inhumane.
I absolutely agree with you.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. 100%. These are just basic human things that everyone should have access to.
Yeah. Everyone should have the ability to survive regardless of whether or not they work.
Yeah. If you have no value to the system or to anyone else, you should still be able to survive.
Yeah.
To be condemned to death is just nothing short of inhumane. To be condemned to a life of crime because you don't fit into a system
that also locks you into that being one of the only accessible economies, which then further criminalizes you throughout.
Yeah, you can't get jobs. Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely agree with that comment. Something as homes, businesses, livelihoods support dogs too. Exactly. You only have your labor to sell. The system extracts maximum value from your labor and gives pittance in relation to your value your labor creates. Therefore, capitalism is theft. Absolutely. It's theft 100%. It's theft on top of theft, because that's happening, and then they're also taxing us.
Yeah. And then you also have the element of the seizing of land and property for everything else, and
as a worker,
the degradation of the land in general from capitalist industries that then creates unhealthy environments that are hard to survive in. Which then makes you further dependent on capitalism because you can no longer have safe drinking water or safe food, so it locks you into that exact same system.
I think it's a better angle than you guys can see. My dogs, we're so behind in chat, I'm going to skip forward a little bit. Food is necessary for energy for work. Workers who eat better can produce better. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people think like socialists and communists and stuff are like anti-work for some reason.
Yeah. No, the thing about human beings is, from our earliest evolution, from the earliest evidence that we have of how humans would have been, we were social and we were creative. And what is work but creation? So we wouldn't see work go away if there weren't a dollar value put on work, if you weren't in a capitalist system. You would just see work done in a different context, and in a context that's much more connected to who you are and how you are as a person, rather than it simply being, I need a paycheck so that I can survive, so I'm going to do this thing that I have zero passion or ability to do just because I can get this job and get it.
And there would be more incentive to be good towards other people too.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't be working for money.
Yeah. You could just do the thing that you love and provide it to the people around you, rather than
like
doing what we do now.
Yeah, like what exactly? Kind of like what we're doing now. We're working our asses off in real life, getting a job or working at a job.
Yeah. And on top of that, we're still doing a additional form of work that we enjoy doing and love at risk of physical harm. So people would still do that.
Socialism will take at least 70% of your check. Good luck with that. You're sort of conflating different leftist point of views together. You're conflating kind of like more of the authoritarian aspects and more of the anarchist aspects.
It's statist versus non-state leftism.
Right. And I mean, both of us are very much more towards community-based and individual-based versus state-based. So in a system that we would develop, you would earn significantly more of your pay. Yeah. And it's and see, the other thing too, Connor, I'll go back in a second. The other thing too, Lyle, is that you're misunderstanding is you're saying paycheck here. Your paycheck is not your value. You're misunderstanding. You're conflating what you've earned based on your hourly rate versus what your worth is as a worker. When you go in and you make money for that company, you're making a lot more than $15 or $10 or $50 an hour. You're making a lot more than that.
And more specifically, especially with the U.S. and the fact that we're mostly a service-based economy, you may not be losing nearly as much as the people farther down the production chain than you.
Right.
Or farther up the production chain, I guess. Meaning the people who are actually producing the products. Like the people that are in countries outside of the U.S., like China and Vietnam, where we shipped our labor off to because it's cheaper to hire them than it is to hire American workers. So that there could be higher profit with less regulation. So our value as American workers is actually quite a bit less than the value of the people who are even further exploited and less well paid than we are.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Very true. So yeah, your paycheck is even would be even more because you'd get paid for your value.
Yeah.
Right. So we have to scroll up. I got you. When you have no hope, you become unmotivated. That's a good call out.
Yeah.
I was never more miserable than when I worked 2 full-time jobs and went to school. I had a mental breakdown.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty frequent thing for people.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's. I mean, you know, it's the system.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't think we need to
here we go.
Something to that degree to get by.
People would have their basic needs met by the universal basic income, health, housing, education, etc. Excuse me, and then they would be freed up to pursue their passions. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm not against the idea of universal basic income. I mean, like I don't necessarily I'm not necessarily pro money as a thing personally, but like universal basic income gets at the right idea.
It gets towards what we really want.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great step in a direction that would be better for humanity.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't it be cool if, instead of like fighting each other? Like, I think we can all universally agree if instead of all fighting each other, we just put all of our money into like building a huge space station. Like, I don't know.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, once we've got all the actual issues fixed, like once everybody's housed, everybody's fed, everybody's got clean water.
We've reached levels of production where it's like essentially,
it's possible to do that.
Yeah. Especially with robotics and the way they're developing.
Yeah.
And we're going to all lose our jobs anyway. Eventually it's going to be like a journalist robot that's better than we are, that never loses signal.
Yeah.
That can be right up on the Lincoln Memorial and just not lose signal.
Isn't affected by mace.
Or tear gas.
Yeah. I mean, effectively, drones are kind of getting there.
Drones are kind of getting there, yeah. We're going to be replaced by drones. So, you know, everybody's losing their jobs to tech. So, like, what are we going to do with people? Are we just going to let them all die because that's the way the system is? The comment above the one you just read out. Okay, no problem. There's a lot of comments, holy goodness. As we move towards the automated... Oh, that's funny. We literally just mentioned this. As we move towards the automated economy, many businesses will save their overheads for wages for obvious reasons, and their profitability will not be impacted negatively and actually may increase because the automated systems will still produce the goods. We should therefore lobby for a profit policy which ensures a certain percentage of company profit gets redistributed into universal basic income.
I don't necessarily agree with that because that, in many ways, that still relies on exploitation. It's just imperial exploitation instead of American worker-based exploitation. In order to be able to produce that automated economy, we need the resources and the workers from other countries around the world. It doesn't fix our climate issues, it doesn't fix our imperialism, and it doesn't fix our foreign relations. It just fixes the experience for American workers.
Mm-hmm. Which is very selfish.
Yeah, no, exactly. I don't think we should be viewing ourselves from a national perspective.
Right. I liked Andrew Yang. It's kind of like his policies is what we're talking about.
Also, it looks like people are getting ready to...
But he wasn't we should be getting going, huh?
Maybe.
But he's at the end of the day, like, you're absolutely right. I couldn't have said it any better. Stuff to load machines. At Standing Rock, most live streams were done by drones, but there still needed to be protesters and journalists controlling those drones. That's true. But in the future, there won't be. Your voice is off from the video? Oh.
Well, I'm sorry. That's probably the bad connection issues that we've been having.
Andrew Yang has a... Yeah, I kind of knew that's what you guys were talking about. Still have to load machines, you do right now.
Yep.
But maybe not in the future. Haven't you ever seen The Matrix? They're going to be using us for their batteries. That's a future we're headed towards right now.
God, I hope not.
It's one of the possibilities.
I don't want it.
Have you ever heard of Grey Goop?
I don't want that.
You don't even... Have you heard of it?
No, I have not.
Oh, well, you probably don't want that.
No, I probably don't want that.
Do you want to know what it is?
I don't think industrialization was a good thing or an advancement for the human race. That's my personal perspective. But
even though there's longer lifespans and better tech
for a very long time. We had pretty similar lifespans in non-industrial communities long before industrialization was brought to those communities.
Are you streaming Antifa? The movement, not a group. Yeah, I know. I stream just whatever's part of this bigger movement. We're covering the movement in general. We're not covering any one aspect. We believe Black Lives Matter. We believe in that part of the movement, absolutely. But we also believe in a lot of the other things that are happening. And there was a lot of interest that we had in this, so we all kind of moved towards this. End the price of life. No more rent. I'm going to like this comment. No more rent, no more utility bills, no price on food or clean water, no price on education or healthcare or transportation. Keep the price of non-essential things in order to keep the economy running, in order to pay our debts to other countries, in order to not start wars. Oh my gosh. This is like a really woke take right here.
No, that's pretty...
And it's not even done. End homelessness. End the idea of rich people. End the climate emergency now by no more drilling and burning and burying and floating. No more trash, which is wasted material. Reforest the planet. Bring life back local instead of governed by other people who don't even know us. We need accountability and transparency. Yeah, that comment right there pretty much sums up like everything.
Also, to add an additional point to that, when it comes to replanting and reforesting the world, listen to indigenous leaders from the places that you're doing that in, because many of them still have the cultural memory of what these lands used to be and how to at least start to bring them back. And then you can also use Western ecology and that sort of thing and apply it alongside, and you get at something really close, and it would be amazing. And that's what I'm personally working towards with Portland in some ways, of like figuring out what are the native plants and planting them in areas around. The march is starting, so we should get going. But thank you for the conversation, folks.
Yeah, that was nice. Everybody's being very nice today.
Yeah. After we blocked those first calls.
Well, after the few that called us mean things. They said mean things to us. All right, we're moving on. All right, we're at 3 hours. We only have 1 more hour on this stream. If I restart it now, would all of you guys come back? Would we have 50 viewers instantly? If I restart the stream, would you guys come back? Quick, tell me. That'll give us a lot more time. It's absolutely beautiful. Thank you. Hey, can you help me real quick? Could you hold this?
I gotta make sure my glasses aren't gonna fall off my face. again.
I just want to make sure my belt's not going to fall off my butt.
That's
Actually,
fair.
I'm good.
Okay, cool. Okay.
All right. Time for a run.
Yep.
Where's the march? Probably right here. It looks like it's right
people
here.
are moving this way.
All right, sorry guys, we're not gonna be able to pay attention for a few seconds. You would? All right, hold up. I think we should restart the stream, team.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
It would make it easier to track.
Like, super giving us looks when we were talking.
Oh, I know. Everybody was watching us. It's
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
We were giving them hot takes.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna restart the stream. I want to see everybody there. Okay. I'll post a new stream. Hey, chat, would you mind also pinning a post so we can focus on like where we're going and stuff? I would really appreciate it. I'll see you there, Kitty. All right, we're gonna be back with the march.